Huzzah!
Okay. Adventure await. Digbert comes to save the day.
Oh, please.
Egbert the
alright
hero.
Digbert.
Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
I am.
All right. So, nope. I put the picture of the Coke bottle in Bard Pod. So,
Did I activate my
Trap card?
what was it? What's the spell? Did I activate Mage Armor before I sunk into the boat? I can't remember.
we could say you could have if you would have liked to.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
You had time. You were standing there talking for a bit. So, when we last left off, the party had just left the city of Aragon, destined to make their way to the Maelstrom with the newfound crew and company that they had made in the vast port city. Along the way, they took some time to relax, learn some new skills, and get to know the crew a bit better. However, about halfway through their journey, at a pit stop in a small resort town, they found themselves suddenly plucked from the vessel in which they stayed, dragged into this strange, unnatural realm of cracked ruins, sundered trees, and boiling magma. There, you encountered a trio of strange, monstrous entities, one of which was familiar to you, a gaunt, withered figure clad in tattered black cloak. The other two monstrous individuals accompanying him but saying very little, as he presented you with a choice, an opportunity to not fight against their agenda, but instead join it, offering you a chance to ally with them in what they presented as their main goal, killing the wizard Asmore. The party quickly refused, and almost disappointed, the two smaller lurking figures faded away as the last of the trio, who, after the cloaked figure introduced himself as Sloth, you surmise, based on previous knowledge, perhaps a theme going among these strange demonic entities. And as a sudden burst of motion springs forth from this titanic creature, I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
Huzzah!
No fucking around.
And you know, everybody's aware that there's no way that gluttony is pops.
Mm.
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 You know, I'm going to
Impossible
be
could
honest
never
right now,
happen.
Zap. With
Look
this
at you.
figure behind us, I would like Pops to be here.
Same.
I would like to meet them to help.
Beginning with the requested Doom music.
It begins.
Oh.
Has everyone selected their tokens?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Mhm.
There. Almost on as reacting to the sudden burst of motion, these smaller, withered, feathered demonic creatures with like faces of gaunt skinned skulls seem to scatter like a startled flock of crows. They take to the sky, letting out these belching cries, swirling around the battlefield like vultures waiting for prey. A few of them descend on to the battlefield, quick to engage, though most, almost afraid to get involved, seem to be flying at a distance, waiting for a chance to swoop in. Joey, just as you see this massive monstrosity rear its arm back and begin to take some form of motion, you get your turn. However, at the start of your turn, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
Lovely. Nice. The silence.
Wait, did it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it continues.
Okay. As you begin to take your action and you stare at this creature, you feel this immense weight. All these big and little things you've been piling up, this anger begins to build inside you and threatens to burst over. However, you steel yourself and focus, realize that's not you, and you resist whatever strange effect has just come over you.
Joey never feels anger.
Yeah, you suddenly just get really, really angry, and then you, like, snap out of it.
Lovely. Okay, cool. So Joey will go ahead and use Radiant Soul. I'm gonna go ahead and bamf out those wings.
All right. With a sudden shunt of light, coating a yellow light coating the dark orange glow that ignites this chamber, your angelic form stands out amongst the brimstone.
And then I will use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh
All right.
on my
So-
my staff.
Right. With the wave of your hand, this green energy and sprouting mushrooms form, coating your staff as you ready it for battle.
Okay, cool. And then I will fly 30 feet in the air straight up.
All right, straight up. You watch as you fly.
15,
Oh, go ahead.
15 feet.
Okay. 15 feet up as you fly. Worth noting, this creature, Wrath, seems to be about 12 feet tall. As you fly up, you see the other creatures flying high above the battlefield seem to all kind of like gawk and cry at you, kind of flapping backwards for a moment, thinking you're coming in their direction, still keeping a far distance from being any real threat.
Okay,
Though you
that's-
see some beginning to kind of circle down closer, waiting for a chance to intervene.
That is my
One-
turn.
Alright, speaking of which, sorry, I forgot to note, while you are primarily engaged with the entity that is known as Wrath, these lesser demons are of little threats to adventurers of your caliber. As such, they are being treated as minions, meaning they only have 1 hit point. For your purposes. Also should
Good.
note, as the other 2 entities faded and combat began, a deep red glow emitted from this seemed to be a large plaque at the end of the chamber, what seemed to once be some kind of massive pedestal now crumbled with a single large, almost burning rune carved into the darkened stone that seems to almost emanate some kind of pressure coating the area. And with that, all these things happening at once, Joey taking flight. Andor, it is your turn.
Oh, fuck yeah, boys. That.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, boys. Silence.
Andor. First thing Andor is going to bonus action Hex him,
Nice.
Alright.
which I now have access to 3rd level spells, which means it lasts for 8 hours. Sick.
Alright.
I'll run down here and then take 2 swipes, and I'm assuming his knee, because that's the only thing he can reach.
Alright. You can step up into like his waist or lower chest, but yes, that is a good start.
Andor's practicing like this kind of stuff. He's never practiced that, so
Fair
he'll
enough.
stick to what he knows.
And what ability score are you hexing?
Oh fuck, I forget that he can do that. Let's go. Oh my god. Wisdom saving throws?
Okay.
Is it saving throws or just ability checks?
It's ability checks.
Okay, we'll go strength then.
Also, apologies, at the beginning of your turn, I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You would have Maria's bonus from your proximity to her.
I'm gonna also, I want to bring this up now because I'm just Googling it, Chris. Flash of Genius. I'm trying to figure out if I can only use it before or after the roll. It sounds like I can use it both times.
Okay,
As
I
long as
thought
I
you
don't-
could use it after the roll, so you're good.
As long as you don't tell us whether it succeeds or fails.
Gotcha.
15.
I will use Flash of Genius to help them out.
Okay.
So
And,
add
how much-
another 5.
Okay.
Wait, question. What's Maria's bonus?
It's +4.
Okay, so 14 plus the 5, 19.
19. Okay. And or you once more, so sorry I forgot to do it at the start of your turn, but as you begin to make your way forward, you again feel this anger bubbling up inside you. Your vision almost starts to go red, but you, like glancing at your comrades nearby, you steel yourself and shake off whatever effect this is.
Yuck. Alright, 2 attacks with the rapier.
Alright.
22
A 22
and a
does
natural
hit.
20.
Nice.
Wow.
Alright.
Let's go.
One more
Nat
time.
20! Cripple
Just
him!
hurt.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
that's right. We can cripple.
I just really quickly, I'll do the 2d6 for Hex. Another
Yeah,
10
Hex.
damage. The fuck's going on in the background?
It's the demons
Hype.
chanting.
It's hype.
Yes, as it seems to be going forward, you quickly duck under and with a quick swipe stab, up into its kind of waist area where you would be eye level with another creature. You try and stab at something vital. Could you roll the lingering injury chart for me?
The d12 and a d8?
Yes.
Um,
Let me know what you get.
An 8.
8. That
That's
is
not more
a
than-
minor scar.
Fuck.
So unfortunately, no adverse effect. However, as you dig your rapier into this creature's flesh, you just see the head kind of look down at you, and you see now that between the kind of darkened bone plates, there is this just open, sinewy muscle from which it almost seems to be radiating steam. And as you stab up into this wound, the blood that spurts out from it emits steam as well, almost as if it's boiling. And you're going to take a little bit of damage, sir, as the
Shit.
blood that spurts out from the wound scalds you. That is a d8 for each time, total of 9 points of fire damage.
Seek. Am I resistant to any shit? Nope.
All right, is that your turn, Sir Andor?
Yes, sir. That's me.
As you pull the blade free, the first thing you notice is, while the wound and the steaming blood remains, you watch as it partially begins to close. Almost as if the muscle from between the plates you struck begins to almost tie and grow itself back into place. And let's see. All right. You, as the creature beginning to move elsewhere, instead turns its attention to you. The arm motion it was going to make, instead, without entirely looking in direction, just goes straight down with a massive hand just going towards your head. And it is going to make a reckless attack against you.
Sick.
Perfect for Zappa.
I actually have a character sheet for this one, so I'm happy to share this with the world.
Wait, what? You're gonna share this creature's character sheet?
Let's see, attack roll.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
Natural 20.
Plus 14? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my gosh!
That is not...
Andor.
Oh yeah, no, because it's a critical. Oh, shit. All right.
Come on,
New
Asimov,
character.
we need help!
We're off to a good start.
Is
Andor-
that doubled already?
Yes.
Whew.
It has. It just ripped its-
I thought that was gonna be
No,
double.
no,
Oh,
it did it
jeez.
already. Andor, you can roll your lingering injury. However, thanks to its brutal savagery trait, you are going to roll twice, and we will take the more severe result.
Oh my god, dude!
Loosen it up.
The first attack!
Okay, how much damage is that in total?
That is 41.
Alright, 69 minus 41.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
You have
Fucking hell.
69 HP?
I did after that, the blood.
I was gonna be like, Pip's stronger than you. Oh my.
Oh my! Oh dear! Oh no!
Oh
Jesus.
lordy.
Okay, so
I don't think he's gonna be able to help this boy. And I mean Jesus.
No.
a 6 or a 4.
No!
It's the same either way, actually. You watch Andor as it shoots its arm down towards you. You try to jump back, and it grabs your leg. It doesn't pick you up. It just pushes your leg into the ground, and you feel something pull the wrong way as it just picks you up and wham, slams you. I need you to make me a strength saving throw as well,
Us.
because there's an additional effect to its hand attack.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is going to choose the effect of knocking you prone. So it's literally the Hulk scene with Loki, where it just.
Oh no.
So you are knocked prone, and I would note, as it attacks, it's not fast. It's almost a sudden burst of speed. You watch as it pulls its hand back, and the muscles underneath the bony plate seem to almost expand with a sudden jolt of steam and movement from its arms. It doesn't seem particularly dexterous, just using its raw strength. And on that note, you watch as the muscles in its legs seem to almost expand as it jumps up and over. Landing with a crash, the ground rumbling, stones scattering as it jumps up and over your group and onto the other side.
Does Zappa get an attack of opportunity?
Both of you do, yes.
Okay.
Andor, you do have disadvantage because you are prone. However, it was reckless, so advantage for you, Zappa. Normal roll for you, Andor.
And I am just chilling.
Yes.
And I'll put.
Oh my god, that Jeff.
What is it? The sneak attack on that.
Yes, because you had advantage.
Oh,
know.
let's go, boy.
And
I'll add
that
my
is-
Hicks as well.
Oh, it's been so long. It is 3d6. Was that right? 3d6. Yeah.
Is it 3d6? I thought it was more.
It might be more. Level 9.
We did levels. You might have another one.
Oh, dude, it's 5d6.
Yep.
Great, yeah. Go
Ah.
ahead and add him.
All right. 5d6.
Nice. So that
Let's go.
is 21 from you, Zappa. And
Psychic damage.
8 from you, Andor. All right. Yes, as it leaps out of your range, seeming not to care too much about it, you both kind of managed to take a quick swipe at it. Zappa getting a good stab in like its leg and dragging the blade down before it leaps across. However, the splashing of scalding blood it leaves behind does.
Well,
manage
mine
to-
doesn't do any physical damage. Because it's psychic blades.
That's fair enough. So just Andor, you take 4 points of fire damage. So you stab at it and you're like, yes! Ah, that was a bad idea. All right. And as it lands there, it turns around and seems to stare at you for a moment, Maria. Its 3 eyes, the barely visible white pupils against the yellow sclera kind of dotting around, seeming to examine you before it just pulls a hand back and throws it forward for its second attack. $31.
Yep.
That is 24 points of bludgeoning damage. And can you make me a strength save, please?
Sure. 25.
25. All right. So you are not pushed back or anything. You do take the 24 bludgeoning damage. As you see it goes to grab you, and it just puts its hand around your chest and begins to crunch. However, you're able to pry yourself out of it to avoid the lasting effects of whatever it was about to do to you. However, you feel just the weight and strength behind this fist. However, that is the creature's turn, as it seems to stand there almost like readying itself for whatever you're going to do next. And as it seems to exhale, this massive just bursts of steam emit from the side of its head as if it's taking a deep sigh. The creatures in the air begin to caw and cry almost with excitement as it is your turn, Maria. And start of your turn, this swelling anger bubbles up within you as well. Could you make me a wisdom save, please?
15.
15. All right.
Is that with your? Does your aura affect you?
Yes.
Right. That is a failure, fortunately.
Not Maria, please. We need her.
Nothing too severe, however, Maria, as this anger boils and rages inside you, you feel the sudden need to lash out. You use your action to make a single melee attack against the closest creature to you. And since there are two, it will be random.
Well, it would be Pip, wouldn't it? Because Joey's in the air.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I forgot Joey flew. So yes, it is Pip. As Pip, you watch as Maria just turns around with the helmet, the snarling wolf helmet down, weapon in hand.
As soon as you turn around and I see you're staring at me, Pip's mithril armor just covers his head. With all 4 mustaches, like, in armor as well.
And this is my action, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Oh boy, have I
Hey,
never been happy enough to
you-
roll on that one.
As you go to swing, you almost, though your armor is just like going for it, your muscles tense and you almost hesitate. Pip, you have a moment just to jump back as Maria jams her sword into the earth in front of you. And just as that happens, the anger is still there, but you kind of regain yourself for a moment and you have your movement and bonus action to take.
Oh,
How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this indeed? Yeah, sure. Bonus action, Spirit Shroud.
All right.
You see, like, the plate armor, like, separate slightly, and just red energy starts seeping out and coating Maria's blade. And, she will take a
Ooh,
step to the right, and that's it.
Okay. I'll keep track. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points till the start of your next turn. Very good to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That is
you-
concentration, by the way.
Good to know. All right. As you do that, kind of preparing yourself to face this creature, it's eyes seeming to follow you. The screeching and calling seems to grow as the ones nearby begin to swoop in, and some up above begin to make their way down into the battlefield.
Super quick, Hex was also concentration. So should I roll for that? After
Yes, please.
I
That'd
took like
be-
40 damage.
That is you took 40, so it'd be a DC 20 Constitution save.
13. Sick.
Okay, Hex is down.
He gets 1 more hit point back.
No. All right, these creatures. Two of them, a bit farther from the carnage, begin to swoop down, taking their whole turns to move closer. However, the other two on either side of the party, as they get within a short distance, flapping their wings, you see along the lengths of their arms, almost prying up from the bone itself, this long barb sticks up, and you watch as it reels it back and flicks it towards your party. Joey, one of these barbs is going to be sent towards you. That is... It's probably not going to hit. 18 to hit?
19 armor class.
Okay.
Hey.
So as it goes and whizzes past you, you dip out of the way. You just see this long barb of, like, just black bone swing past you. The other one kind of gives, like, a low... And it is going to swing one... down at Maria. As a 20.
19 armor class.
All right. So just as you jump back, you feel a sharp pain in your back as the barb sticks in you. You take 5 points of piercing damage and 1 point of fire damage. 6 total as the barb sticks in you, and this light seems to ignite within it, and it combusts into ash and flame.
Gotcha.
You can roll a con save, though I don't think you could possibly fail. It's just DC 10. Oh,
Oh,
Well, with the +4, I still.
okay, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. That is. Oh, my mistake. They get 2. So one more coming at each of y'all. That's a 10 and a 10. Nope. As the barbs begin flinging in either direction, you're, turning your attention to these other creatures now that seem to be taking the opportunity to get in your blind spots. And just as that occurs, a couple more descend from the layers above. Not many, just 2. And they take no actions this turn. And Zappa,
What's
it
this one
is.
posted up next to Andor doing?
It took its whole turn to move there, and it is flying directly above you. Though as it's flying there, it's not doing anything, but you see on either parts of its arms, this like large bony barb sticks out as it's getting ready to do something to you. And Zappa, it is your turn, and at the start of your turn, this monster hurting your friends and all these things begin to rise up inside you, and you feel a rage begin to take hold. You make me a wisdom save, sir.
Mm-hmm.
4.
What's that? 19 total?
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, you resist the urge to lash out at your companions around you.
All right. So first, Psyblade is going at Wrath. The second one is gonna go at this one down here.
Okay,
So
make your first attack roll.
first one,
That
I'll-
hits.
I'll throw sneak attack
Like
on
a
that
boink.
one.
Nice.
And then the second one,
nice.
does the 20 hit the bird?
Yes, it does.
And then that's 6 psychic damage on this one.
Okay. 2. All right. As you kind of quickly shoot the blades out, this one, as it's about to go at you, Andor, you just see the blade kind of shoot into its head, and it kind of gives like a horrible retching sound before it seems to almost coil in on itself and just scatter into black feathers and ash. I don't know which of these was the initiative one, and I'm afraid to delete them. Meanwhile, the other one strikes at Wrath, and it seems unflinching, though you do see the damage taken. However, you notice from the various wounds that are partially open still this far, as it takes this last attack, this bit of blood begins to almost rise and coagulate outside of its body until about a almost baseball-sized just orb of blood rises from the wound and is just floating next to its head. Nothing seems to change. Is that your turn, Zap?
4 damage. Yeah, that Zap will stay right there.
Okay. And Pip, just before you have a chance to act, you hear a voice, seemingly from nowhere. Glad I decided to tag along. As there's a sudden... as a form appears in your midst.
Oh, yay!
And you see with a long, curved wand in one hand and a pristine dagger in the other, Mary appears in the space. And just as soon as she appears, you watch she flicks her fingers and one dagger becomes 3 as she quickly throws 3 of the daggers. Let's actually... She'll throw one at this creature here, and then the other 2 at Wrath. And since she's invisible for the first one, her first one towards Wrath will have advantage. That'll hit. $15 points of damage on the first one. Second one. Natural 20.
Nice.
Hey,
It's fucking all rough.
Another 10 points of damage.
lingering wounds.
And
I want her to lop off an arm.
Zappa, since she is closest to you, would you like to roll the die?
Sure. What it was a D8 and a D12.
Yes.
8. Um,
Oh,
so
okay.
17.
That's pretty high.
That's a
Horrible scar. You're disfigured to the extent that the wound can't be easily concealed. Oh, it's disadvantage on the charisma checks.
Of
Good.
course.
Perfect.
That's
Alright.
super helpful right now.
Wrath is the most charismatic.
You do watch with the sudden burst of surprise. One of the daggers just lands itself right in the center eye,
Ooh.
and Wrath just like grabs towards its face, the steaming blood seeping from the wound. And with one last flick, as this last creature approaches, getting ready to throw more barbs, the dagger catches it right in the throat, where you see, rather than where a normal mouth would be, you see the long, elongated bird neck just kind of splits into rows of teeth, where the dagger catches it, and it kind of gives a horrible dissipates into ash.
That was the initiative one.
Oh, was it?
Mm.
Aha! You found Winged Devil Prime. Good. You get to go in the corner.
Devil Prime.
Ignore the one in the top right corner. And she kind of looks at the rest of you. So, I think we should spread out. And she is going to begin moving. 30. Yeah, she just backs up and begins getting some space. Pippanog, it is your turn. However, your tiny gnome body begins to burst forth with anger. I'd like you to roll a wisdom save, please. I just picture your face turning red, steam coming out of your ears.
So with Maria's, that's an 18.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to add your Flash of Genius or anything?
No, I'm gonna see if 18 can save.
Okay. 18 just makes it. As you watch
Okay.
Pip's face turn red, the mustache kind of furls out a bit, and you just kind of take a deep breath, and you're okay.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is
Everybody focus on Big Boy. I will get the others.
and I will cast at second level a magic missile, so 4 barbs or 4
Okay.
darts. It will hit all 4 of them, the birds,
Oh, all right.
and it
This
can
is
make it. To all of
Awesome.
them.
Yeah, because 120 feet. Just as the creatures begin to descend in your group, you quickly look around. How do you shoot out your magic missiles?
One comes out of each mustache point. Because Pip's full mithril at this point,
Yeah.
it can't come out of his hands. He's like, "Ah."
The ends of the mustache point almost like chitter with static, as almost like little Roman candles. They and seemingly harmless until they make contact with these creatures who look confused at them at first. However, as they impact, they almost explode with a jolt of arcane force. As each of these foul creatures kind of gives a and just they all simultaneously scatter into ash.
And as soon as, as this is happening, Pip is, waddling away because he yells back,
Yes, we should definitely split up.
and he's going to run basically behind this statue and try and get some cover, if possible, from Wrath.
Okay.
And
Easily done, my
that
friend.
will be Pip's turn. I
All right.
think that is it. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Top of the round, Joey. Start of your turn. You feel that sense of rage beginning to come over you again. However, as you've already experienced it and successfully overcome it, it does not affect you any further.
Okay.
Once you make the save, you don't have to make it again.
I
Uh-oh.
am.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. And I'm gonna use
Okay.
a key point to
Sorry,
Step
what?
of the Wind.
Coin?
I think.
Okay.
It is. No. What is it?
Step of the Wind's the movement.
It allows you to dash or disengage. It is Step of the Wind.
Yeah.
I'm going to disengage because I feel like he has a long range.
Okay.
I don't want to get smacked.
Smack my ass like the drum.
I'm 15 feet in the air.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. And then fly 15 feet and then drop 15 feet, so I'm back on the ground.
Okay. Just as you kind of fly out, you feel behind, like, as you turn your back and fly away, you feel behind your head a swoop of motion as Maria, you see him just go and grab at the air immediately as you leave his range. I'd say as you disengage and fly out, you can determine he has a 10-foot melee range.
Yes, and then I will hold my action with a 3rd level Cure Wounds and hold my hand out to Andor and just be like, "You're right, mate. Come on over here."
My leg! Oh!
Fine, I'll just roll it now.
Okay.
Cure Wounds. 3rd level. That much.
Gotcha. Is that your turn, Joey?
That is my turn.
Alright. Andor. You do have your limp.
Oh no.
That is... Your speed on foot was reduced by 5 feet. 10 DC dex save after you take the dash action. If you fail, you fall prone. So, magical healing removes the limp. So...
Sweet.
And you are prone at the moment with a small crater in the ground around you.
Can Andor just kind of crawl that 5 feet towards Joey?
Yeah, absolutely. You just go move your way over there.
Just grab his hand. Heal 13 points.
Mm-hmm. You almost feel your potentially broken leg kind of reset itself. There's a pop sound, and you're like, that feels better.
Okay. We're good. We're back. How much movement did that take? Given the fact that
It was 10 feet because you crawled across the ground, so you have 20 feet left.
2
It'd
feet
be
left.
15 to stand up.
Sick.
Or you can crawl 2 spaces, still being prone.
That's tempting. No, Andor will get back up.
Okay. You have 5 feet movement left.
He'll take a step back, and then try and line up a sacred flame from where he is.
Okay.
Sweet. That's a DC 17 dex save.
Right on. You back up, the heat of the magma behind you kind of radiating from the pool. Though disregarding it, focusing your attention on Wrath, you send out the jolt of divine energy. Not advantage on this. 14.
Yeah. So
Mhm,
that
go ahead and roll
is
that.
not a whip. I don't know why I clicked that.
Nope,
Same
that is a
damage.
whip. Alright. That is, yep.
9 radiant damage.
Bad at math. Okay. Yes, as the radiant light shoots out and jolts into the creature, it doesn't seem quick enough to dodge out of the way. However, the smoldering wound just kind of rises, mixing with the steam emanating from its body.
Does it look like the fact that it was radiant had anything to do with how little it did?
It seemed to damage him. It's more so the bulk of this creature. He doesn't particularly seem to care.
It was negligible. Gotcha.
Alright. Is that your turn, good sir?
Well, I have a bonus action, and this
You
is
do.
very important because I need to fucking heal. Healing light, all 5d6, please.
Alright.
19 points back.
Right on.
Sweet, and now that's my turn.
Pick something. Alright. That is Wrath's turn, and you watch as parts of the wounds that is sustained also continue to close. Its regenerative form continuing. And despite the group beginning to move and scatter, it seems to turn its attention still towards Maria. And Maria, you speak Abyssal, correct?
Yes, I do.
As this voice, not emanating from any mouth, but almost this churning, guttural speech seems to rise out from deep within its chest. It says to you, I knew that armor. I look forward to peeling it from your broken body. And both hands rear back, and you see the muscle in the shoulder begins to expand, a jolt of steam sending its arms shooting towards you.
Yeah, let's go.
And he is reckless. Worth noting, since it's continuing, all of his attacks are reckless. They have to be, so any weapon spell attacks made against him are at advantage. So the first one towards you, Maria. Say 31. Going to be 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gotcha.
Second one, 22.
Yep.
It's going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
You need to make me 2 strength saves, please.
Yes, sir.
Alright, the first one fails, so it is going to choose to knock you prone as both the fists come towards you and they kind of crush against either side of you and squeeze. You feel your armor and maybe your bones crunch a little bit before it slams you down, knocking you prone.
Gotcha. And let me roll my... I'm sure the first one fails.
That is a 9, so yes it does.
Yeah.
And is going to use its standing leap ability, the muscles in its legs expanding again. As it hurls itself through the air, crashing down with a rumble at the back of your group, turning its back as it seems to focus its attention elsewhere. And that is going to be its turn.
Does anybody get opportunity attacks from that?
It's jumped over you. It's
yep.
an arc. It's not anyone's melee range.
Mhm.
All right.
Does Greatsword have a 10-foot melee range?
No, it's
No, it doesn't.
5
Okay.
feet.
Gotcha.
And Maria, you are that lingering presence of rage remains, but you are seemingly just far enough away from Wrath, the source of this strange aura, that it doesn't affect you this turn.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to use half my movement to get up.
Mhm.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Actually, you know what? No, I will go back here, and I will use my action to lay on hands myself, giving me 30 hit points back.
Okay.
And that'll be it. That's all I can do.
Right on. Okay. The top of the round, Pip handily dispatched all of the horrible flying creatures. However, with groaning caws, more of them begin to swoop down into the battlefield. 3 more, taking the opportunity to join the fight. Dropping in various places, seemingly keeping a safe distance from your individuals immediately, seeming to, almost like birds of prey, kind of cautiously waiting for a chance to approach. However, this turn they do nothing. Man Zappa, it is your turn, sir.
Alright, let me see. Here we go. Quick.
I missed combat.
Yeah.
But you did, you fucker.
I will be right back.
Yeah, I'll just do 2 more attacks.
Okay.
Both have advantage. Oop. And oop.
Both hit.
And the first one will get the sneak attack.
Nice. That's 36 points of damage.
And then Zappa will go ahead and he'll move to. Well, actually, let me see. Yeah, Zappa will move to right here.
Okay. You watch as you send the 2 blades forth. The steam begins to rise. The creature growls at this pain as it kind of grabs towards its head for a moment, but shaking it off from the various wounds it sustained once more. Another bubble of boiling blood rises, floating just above its head. Alright. Zap, at the end of your turn, it is Mary's turn. She quickly looks to you, Zappa, and kind of shooting her look back to Maria, back to you. She just swung at your friend there. Is she safe?
I think something came over her, but I think she's still trying to attack him, so I don't think she's hostile.
Better not be. And she points the wands to you, Maria. And with a wave of it and this kind of deepens, swirling energy, similar to what Zappa emits when he sends out his blades, a jolt of magical force is sent towards you. And as soon as it connects with your armor, your form feels lighter, your senses heightened. You are under the haste spell, my friend.
Nice.
Boy.
And she... going to... I'll say as Wrath's form stomps into the middle of the battlefield, does anyone over there look like they don't want to be next to him at the moment? Does anyone seem frightened or put off?
I'm gonna say Pip ran to this statue and did that whole like astronaut on the moon who's like running away from aliens, like
Pip,
but
good.
whether or not he wants to be next to him or not.
That's right. Pip, you're standing there and you see like of the 3 eyes, one on the side of the head just turns and looks at you. She's going to she's gonna stay put for the moment. It's gonna be her turn. Pippanog. Her turn, good sir.
Dope. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm likely going to cast Magic Missile for the birds to keep them in check, but I want to ask, is it possible as I run around to the other side of this statue to look at this plaque and see if I can get an idea for what it is or what it is? Or would that take my action?
The plaque, the one
Yeah.
at the you
one.
could. It might be harder because you're just taking a quick glance in the midst of the chaos.
That's fine.
But you could still do that.
Okay, then I will Magic Missile all the birds once
Okay.
more. That's just a first level Magic
Right on.
Missile.
Yep. Just as
and
they
then-
descend into the battlefield, their monstrous forms churn away into ash.
This time Pip is running around the statue, but he's going choo, choo, with his fingers. He's doing finger guns, shooting them. And then he will scoot there, more there, and try and look at that plaque, see if he can understand what the use is.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
I don't speak Abyssal, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
Sure, I do speak Broken Celestial.
That's basically what Abyssal is.
Yeah. 13 plus 1.
Just
Or
says fucking
12, sorry,
celestial.
13 total.
Unfortunately, you kind of shoot and whip around the statue, hoping Wrath didn't see you, and in that time catch a quick glance at the plaque. However, this large, fuming symbol, in the brief moment you have to look at it before drawing your attention elsewhere, you can't discern anything about it.
Okay. And that's going to be Pip's turn.
Okay. Top of the round. Joey.
Chewy. Oh yeah. It's
You're muted,
my
Quack.
Chewy. Oh yeah, it's my Chewy. I'm 10 feet away, aren't I?
You are.
I am in his melee. Am I still in his melee if I'm right here? Is that
Yes.
okay? Cool. Cool. I will use another Cure Wounds on Andor at 4th level.
Okay.
There you go.
Jesus.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 7 for 4th level cast, and I was like, oof. 25, Andor.
Back. Oh.
And then that was 4th level. Let me do that. I have to check something super fast. I need to make sure that this is okay. This is range touch. That's fine. I will use Step of the Wind to disengage.
Okay.
And then I will fly 30 feet into the air.
All right. Certainly, as you begin to quickly reposition, getting out of Wrath's reach, the jolt of energy from your Kia, you propel yourself up into the sky.
Yeah, Jerry like taps Andor on the shoulder, like the little shoulder pat, and then just like jumps and rockets into the air.
All right. Was it your turn, Joey?
That is my turn.
Joey.
Oh, yeah, Jerry.
All right. Andor.
Andor goes, turns back to say thank you. He's like, and he's gone.
Now it's just you and Wrath.
Thick. Andor's not going to get any closer. But he will take 2 attacks, both of them being lunging attacks, which means I have an extra 5 feet each of attack space, and I get to add a d8 to each attack.
Clever. All right. Go for it, good sir. You do have advantage.
Mm-hmm. Natural 20.
Hey, right on.
Let's go.
And then 24.
All right, so that is 15, 26 points of damage total.
3d8. One of the d8s is doubled
Right, yes.
because of
Go
the
ahead.
20s. That's 6, and then another flat d8. Another 3.
Okay.
Roll that lingering wound.
Yes, do that.
That's fucking arm off Andor.
Eventually, because we have to re-roll if he already has it.
5.
That is a limp. That is something. As you kind of go forward and lunge out, and it makes sense because you can only really reach his waist area. But you lunge forward and kind of dig your rapier and push it up and through the back of the knee, swiping down. You are far enough away with your lunging attack. You don't take damage from the boiling blood. However, as the blood kind of shoots out of its knee, he kind of leans forward on it briefly before kind of slowly standing back up. Marky has a limp.
And will just do nothing. He'll just stand there and look terrified.
Okay. Well, it will be Wrath's turn. At the start of his turn, just as that wound begins to seep, does begin to heal. Let me actually see what closes a... Magical healing removes the limp. All right. Trying to think if regeneration would be magical healing. No, it's not really a spell or magical ability. It's just something he does. So no, it does not remove the limp. So as he seems partially slowed, his attention turns to you, Andor. And
Already done this. You can pick anybody else, please.
and you just hear amongst the guttural growl and the sizzling of steam and blood, you just hear paste. And a hand just comes towards you. Not pissed, pest.
Oh, I thought you said
Pissed.
Pissed.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No, sorry. That's kind of funny. All right.
This is just us
A
playing Monster Hunter.
32. It's 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Handle takes it.
And I need a strength save, please.
Oh, fuck yeah. 11.
Okay.
Or 10. Oh, yeah, 11. Could've been
He's
mine.
going to choose the grappled effect. As he grabs you, picks you up because he's grappling you, and he's going to make his second attack.
Oh no.
19?
Oh, defensive duelist. Fuck you. Haha.
As he grabs it, and you watch as the other hand seems to go for your legs, as if he's going to pull you in two directions. But you throw your rapier forward, and you put it through the palm of his hand as he kind of like yanks it back. The hand's still grasping you, however. You watch as he looks at you, and almost this low rumble of a chuckle rises from him, as you watch as he lifts his foot and steps into the magma.
No.
Thanks for made.
And as he
no.
moves about waist deep into it, he's just holding you over it. And you feel your feet begin to burn, your boots kind of start to catch fire as the boiling wisps of flame from the magma kind of spurt out. That is his turn, however. Maria, it is your turn with the sudden jolt of energy sent into you. You watch as Andor is picked up and, not immediately dunked into the lava, thankfully.
Let's see. How do I want to do this?
We're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Continue.
Oh no, you're going. I was joking. Like he's not
how
dead
do you
yet.
want to do this?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. My speed is doubled with haste, right?
This is true. Yes.
All right. So
Your armor class is increased by 2.
yes, if I stand here, I'm Gucci, right? I can still hit him and not take
Yes.
any. Okay. Well, not any lava damage. Yeah, Maria's gonna go there. Bonus action, she's gonna bring up Spirit Shroud again.
All right.
And
It's time.
the time has come. And all of these have advantage, correct?
Yes, you do. Do one at a time, please, just so I
Yes.
keep track.
In this corner.
There's a 20 hit.
A 20 will hit.
All right. I'm gonna add well, first off, I have to add the 1d8 radiant from Spirit Shroud.
Mhm.
So that's a 6. And I'm going to go ahead and add a second level Divine Smite to that.
Go up. You will get an extra D8 because he is a fiend.
Mhm.
So that is a total of 20, 35, 41 points of damage.
Okay. And second attack.
Oh, all right. Let me change the.
God, there's so many natural 20s this fight. What's going on?
Yeah.
Everyone has advantage.
Yeah.
Ah!
All right. Yeah, excellent hit with that one as well.
And you know what I'm about to do.
Heck yeah.
You're gonna
Another
cut his
divine
arm off
smite.
and Anna's gonna fall in the lava.
The
Oh, and
second
sorry.
or first level?
Second level. So
Okay, cool.
Extra one, correct.
Yep, and then roll an extra 4.
An extra 4. Oh god. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
that
it's a
damage
critical
is
hit.
double too. Yeah. Oh boy.
All right. That's 10, 19, 29, 34, 38, 47.
And final attack.
Hard. Okay. 19 hits still.
Okay. And first level Divine Smite.
Okay. Ooh.
Let's go,
All right,
boy.
that is 35. Another 41. Good
And
lord.
lingering injuries as well.
Yeah, the lingering in.
Yeah, just-
So
Yes, go ahead and roll.
D12.
Okay,
and
high roll. Another high roll. Oh. Okay,
That's broken ribs.
Internal injury. Okay. Would you like to describe Maria as you just go completely nuts with the armor sending you forward in a jolt of magical speed? You unleash your power into this fiend.
So with each attack that she does, there's like an after image effect of like the red energy. So it's almost like there are multiple like sword strikes attacking him, and with each strike, a bit of the energy breaks off and forms a sword, and it stabs itself into the wound, preventing it from healing.
All right. As the spectral sword seemed to continue holding the wound open, you stab one last time up into the ribs with a jolt of energy. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I've done everything I can.
Okay. Then, as the deepening roar of this creature rises up, you see the blood begin to rise up from it, and another orb of blood forms. However, this time, the orbs seem to merge together, spreading out and almost fusing back into the creature's body. However, as they do so, you see the bony plates kind of begin to split apart as the muscles beneath expand. You see his form begin to rise further out of the lava as he begins to swell in size.
Phase 2! The second floor of Safi Jiva!
I have to do
What's up,
math real
Eugenia?
quick.
Big Talos Part 2. We can now fire an SOS.
And after that happens, with the sheer amount of blood that emerged from those wounds, the swirling, some of it is left in the air, and afterwards 2 more are still left floating above him. As you just hear a deep guttural rumble from his form as he now stands almost 20 feet tall.
And is in his hand! What does
Alright.
Andor see?
Yeah, Andor, you just feel the hand get larger, and you just see the creature swell. You're getting farther away from the lava.
Yes, this is good. No, this is good.
Alright, now, high roll, and seeing this, almost the cause begin to almost form a chant of like these gross wretches from the creatures as more begin to join the battle. 5 appearing down from the almost cloud of flapping feathers and talons. They do nothing this turn. Zappa, it's your turn. You just, as you're kind of moving around, you look over and suddenly Wrath has increased in size.
Zappa's knowledge is like. And then he's gonna go ahead and just keep throwing daggers. And. Boop. And another sneak attack.
19 plus 15, goodness. 13. 34 points of damage. Y'all are going nuts.
We're trying.
Yeah, Zappa's like.
Yeah, you're starting to get out of breath as the hot air almost chokes your lungs. However, you continue to send your knives at it, and the massive smoldering wound on the side of his body from Maria, coupled with the daggers you're sending out, it almost seems to kind of stagger in place for a moment, almost reeling from the sheer amount of damage it's taken. And is that your turn, Zappa?
That will be it.
Alright. Now it is her turn. She kind of looks up at you, Andor, and kind of looks up to you like him too, right?
What was it, sir?
She looks at Zappa and says, "You like him too, right?" Zappa with a nod. She kind of runs forward and leaps. And there's a sudden blink as Andor, you find yourself stumbling on solid ground. As you glance back to where you were, and Wrath kind of looks and now sees her in his hand. And she kind of looks at him as you see he almost gets ready to like spike her into the magma. She's sorry, not staying, and casts Dimension Door to go elsewhere.
No, Joey, no.
Zappa just gives a thumbs up to Mary.
She kind of just shouts out, "I can do that anytime!" Just casting it out to the group. You see that now the empty hand of Wrath clutches in anger as it almost seems to like thrash a hand into the lava, sending it spilling out. Also, Maria, real quick, I do need to do the boiling blood.
Gotcha.
Attack. That is a total of 13 points of fire damage.
And do.
Pippanog, your turn, sir.
Okay, seeing that Andor is now actually safe, Pip is going to focus more so on this plaque. So he's gonna run. Is this like a little ledge here? This little thing?
That would be. This is a wall. This one would be a ledge.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible to climb up? Is he tall enough?
Might not be. No, he'd be tall enough. It'd just take about 10 feet of movement to climb up it. Which I think
Okay.
you have
I wouldn't
30
be
feet,
able
right?
to. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I could be in the process of it.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty, everybody. He's gonna try something. Oh, this is such a stupid idea, though. Should I save the slot? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna take a moment, full action, to look at the plaque.
Okay.
See if it's either a teleportation type thingy or somehow it's helping Wrath.
Okay. Can you give me an Arcana check?
25 total.
Okay. You quickly kind of glance and study, and from the brief encounters you've had researching fiends, you recognize it's some kind of infernal writing. Though there are symbols in there that you as an arcane practitioner recognize, and the magical force seems to be exerting over the area. Best you can surmise with your in-depth knowledge, it's likely some kind of barrier.
Barrier?
Possibly preventing...
Azamor from getting here.
Yeah, you'd wager it's possibly preventing any form of outside teleportation or communication.
Got it. Okay. Pip is going to, with his full movement, move there to that square. And as he's running, he's gonna yell like, "Keep him busy!" And that's all Pip can do if that did take my action.
Alright, yes it did. As you kind of begin waddling forward, you almost see the creatures in the area, the flying ones, they all kind of give like a as they kind of follow you like a small creature just like sprinting through the battlefield, catching their attention. And top of the round, Joe A.
Oh, Joey's gonna go ahead and just like mirror image.
Okay.
Yeah. Pop some mirror image, and then Mr. Joey is going to fly. What is this? How tall is this? Or is this just bricks? It's a wall.
It's probably about 5 feet. It could act as cover.
Well, I'm 30 feet in there, so
This
I'm
is
gonna
true.
just fly. That's the wrong button. Yeah, I'm gonna fly over here. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
He flies over there.
Not freaking out yet.
Yet.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm gonna-
like that.
Just checking distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll be right there, flying.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Andor, you've just been like magically freed from this grasp as you were making peace with your god. What would you like to do?
And I would like to move 25 feet here. And he'll point out his rapier, pointing it towards Wrath. The edge of it will kind of glow a golden tinge before firing a guarding bolt.
Okay. You have advantage.
Yes, I do. I have to do it at level 3. 25.
That hits.
Awesome.
15.
And 50 points damage.
Okay.
Pip's ring of spell restoring. Did we land on a bonus action to use that?
I remember we talked about it, but I don't remember what we decided. Let me check real quick.
This happens every time. I need to write it down somewhere.
Do you recall, Noah, off the top of your head?
No, I can look at it, a spell restoring ring real quick. Because that would be what I would go with.
Yeah.
Ring 5e. Any creature can cast a spell of first through 5th level into the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast. The spell has no effect other than to be stored in the ring. If the ring can't hold the spell is expended without effect.
Oh, it's a ring of spell storing. Or is it
Yeah.
a spell refueling ring?
It was
Double check.
refueling, what if I remember
Yes.
correct?
While wearing this ring, creature recover one expended spell slot as an action.
Ah, fuck.
That is
Okay.
correct. Ring of refueling.
Yes. Okay. You read ring of spell storing. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it would be an action, Andor.
Alright, well, Andor's just gonna vibe for a minute.
All right. As the guiding bolt shoots out and impacts into it, the smoldering kind of crater it leaves on its bony carapace, you watch more blood seeps from the wound, forming another orb. And as they swirl, almost forming a halo before moving in and up kind of under its chin, no mouth, but seeping into where these, the muscle and sinew of its body. It takes almost like another deep sigh before the muscles expand further. And the heavily damaged body of Wrath swells in size once more.
Hmm.
That's
My
a
bad.
big boy.
That's a big boy.
That's a thick ass.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
Thick.
And amongst the cacophonous cries of the creatures above, you just hear the deep and guttural yes, as it seems to relish in this newfound strength. It's the lava now barely coming up to its knees. And at the start of its turn, though it heals nothing, Maria, you're now standing in front of the towering 25-foot tall monstrosity that is Wrath. And as you stand there, like in the face of this giant, you see it turn to you, and with a single hand, just goes and palms down.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That is a miss.
Oh yeah, because
Let's
yes, because you're
go.
haste. As you throw you throw your sword up, and you feel the tremendous weight slam into you, and it's not so much your strength keeping it at bay as it's like the armor stinting itself and keeping locked.
Ooh.
Your feet begin to dig into the ground, and you're almost up to your shins as it just presses you into the soil. But it does no damage. However, as the second hand rises up, you
That's
watch,
gonna hit.
on top of that, it just claps down and pushes down into the earth. Going to be 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Maria's
and-
down.
no, no.
Oh, you're down.
She is down.
Okay, and I need you to make a strength save for me.
Can do. Natural 20.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you are not. You are still prone, but as you watch, just like you're holding it, and then just sudden, as the dust scatters, the hands pick up, and Maria is unconscious. Let me check if haste ends.
I am stressed.
No, does not end because you are not the one who cast it. So your other spell does end, and you are
Yes.
unconscious. And with that, there's a sudden burst of motion. Lava splashes out into the area around as Wrath leaps up and comes crashing down. The earth shaking and sundering as the ground rumbles beneath you. And
Sam, have you moved?
don't think he has. That is his turn, however, as this colossal form looms over the three of you. However, in that moment, you also see the central eye kind of look up in Pip's direction.
Is it? I thought it got a knife through it.
This is true. Though, over the course of its regeneration and growth, the knife has fallen out.
I want to argue, actually. It was a natural 20 lingering injury, and it was a scar. But magical healing could heal it.
Magical healing could, but I'm counting as regeneration as not necessarily magical. So the partially clouded, scarred eye looks up in your direction.
Just wanted to see if I could get away with hiding. So
It has two more. It is aware of your presence.
had to try.
Maria, can you whisper a death save, please?
Sure. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, the cries of the various creatures as they see Pip running, a couple of them begin to lie down.
Oh, let's get hate. Doom. No, Doom, no. Okay.
It's so funny when it just stops.
Yeah, I know.
You watch as Maria's unconscious, you know not her state. Two of the creatures kind of land on the ground, now kind of peering over her, their long clawed hands kind of scraping against the armor, almost inspecting her for a moment. Though they dash, they can take no action. These two up near Pip, they're flying about 15 feet above the ground. This one is a bit far away. He will have disadvantage, but they are both going to begin throwing bards at you.
And I also... Oh, I guess he's up in the air. You can see me. Never mind.
The first one?
Gotta
The
beat
first
19.
two? It's an 8 and a 5. Nope.
Okay.
Now the two with disadvantage actually did better. That's a 21 for the first
Yep.
one.
Will hit.
Alright, so just one. Which... take 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of fire damage as you're just like running, dipping, dodging these darts. One catches you in the shoulder and then bursts into fire. And as they take their action, more of their kin arrive.
I got one idea, y'all. That's it. And I gotta hope it works. If not,
Yeah?
that's it. That's all I got.
Zappa.
As an action, Zappa's gonna go ahead and dagger the Cha and throw the 5d6 on that.
Nice.
His bonus action isn't going to be a hit, it's going to be disengage.
All right.
And then he is going to go boop right there.
Okay. Yeah, as you quickly like throw one up into its chest, it doesn't seem like it just phases into this monstrous creature's chest. So you quickly dip and get out of the way. All right.
And that
You
will
go-
be Zappa's turn.
Yep. And you
He
see Pip.
waves bye to Mary.
You wave bye to her, and she just kind of gives a peace sign, and disappears. Actually, where would she go to? No, she's just gonna disengage as her bonus action as well. Just taking care to back up and taking a note from you, Pip. She kind of glances at you, and with a few waves of her wand, seeing the creatures beginning to harry you, almost daggers of magical force first shoot from her wands towards the creatures in the area with a magic missile that she will cast at 2nd level.
Yay, 4.
3, 1, then one near Maria also disappears as she looks. She's like, "The way is clear. Do what you're gonna do." And it's your turn, Pip.
Okay. 5 feet forward, turn to the right, and climb up that little ledge for 15 feet.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look right at that tablet and cast Shatter on it.
All right. What's the range on Shatter?
60 feet.
Okay, just checking.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to plan this. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, and metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so if it's stone, it has disadvantage.
Okay. Well, it's not a creature, so it just fails to save.
Oh, right. Okay, 3d8. 17. Oh boy. I hope that's
Okay.
enough to break it.
As you send out the jolt of shatter, and this bulb of magical force kind of impacts with a shockwave, it doesn't destroy it completely. However, you see a crack form and partially disrupt the rune, and a jolt of flame kind of shoots out from where the crack forms. The rune beginning to smolder as if unstable.
Crap.
It did seem to have some effect.
Oh, I know, but it's not enough. There's nothing else I can do. That's it.
Okay. Alright.
I will move another 5, 10 feet and hide behind that pillar away
Gotcha.
from Wrath. Trying to hide from Wrath.
Joey,
Joey.
you're in the air. You got mirror images up.
I do have mirrors.
Would you like to do?
I am going to fly over here, and then I can drop 15 feet, so I'm still 15 feet up.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to cast a 3rd level healing word for Maria.
Okay. Maria.
Maria, Ave Maria. Healing word. 3rd level.
Maria, you heal 13 points as you awaken in the cold, bloody interior of your armor.
And then
As she awakens, she just looks at the bird and is just like,
It just kind of gives like a ah! Like it jumps back, not expecting you to get up.
then Joey will summon a rose whip and smack down on the bird.
Andor's got this. That's. Let me actually check. That will hit.
Okay, cool.
Yes, as it like jumps back and begins to fly away, the rose whip just kind of whips around its neck, and you yank, and it just kind of tears it apart.
I got you, mate. You all good? Get on up, Maria. We need you.
Maria's gonna give a thumbs up.
Just,
A weak
just like,
thumbs up.
just like a. So she like puts the thumbs up.
Yeah, that'll be Joey's turn.
Next up, Andor.
Oh, fucking damn right, Andor got this. 2 more attacks.
Oh, you're just going at him. Go for it.
27 and a 20.
Both of those hit.
Alright. He will. What's that? Action surge.
All right.
And do it again. Rough. 23.
That one hits.
Another 14 points of damage.
You're going to take 3 doses of the burning blood.
Always forget that's a thing. Lovely, lovely.
11 points of fire damage. And
It's not too bad.
as you just kind of begin just slashing and carving away at his shins, though as the blood from it leaves his body, it does swirl up and form one more orb.
Andor will look back to Maria, hold his hand out, it will glow, and then a similar golden glow will appear on Maria's injuries. He'll heal her for 2 more d6 points.
Okay.
As a 9 points, and you'll just see in the distance Andor mouths, "Help me."
Oh god. As it's breath.
And it is Wrath's turn.
You could move
He's
and risk the
gone.
opportunity.
And he's gone.
Yep. He did move. He moved.
He moved very far.
While he's not here, go look at the name of that image file. Because now it's even more apt.
All right. Top of Wrath's turn. The wounds do begin to heal again since the spell of Maria is no longer up. However, as the crack of shatter echoes out through the chamber, its attention turns. And as Andor stands there, anticipating death, there's a burst of motion as a minor quake echoes from the area around you, Andor, as he leaps into the air and like a meteor begins to come crashing down elsewhere. Andor, you would get an attack of opportunity.
Sick. We'd love to see it. 22.
That'll hit.
2 more damage.
And you take
And-
more damage.
You do take more damage. Fuck. 8 more points of fire damage.
8.
8.
Ugh.
And Zap and Maria, as you're both kind of running up towards the pedestal, a shadow covers you, as you just see a giant form come hurling down towards you. Zappa's first attack's going to be at... Actually, no, first attack's going to be at Mary. That'll do it. 39 points of bludgeoning damage.
Aw.
Right.
It's like
And-
getting hit by a truck.
And she... Ooh, that's rough. As she looks up and just the hand slams down into her. Maria, you feel that magical power holding you together sever as
Uh-oh.
haste ends. So you cannot move or take actions until after your next turn because haste has ended. And let's see if she makes her strength save.
I will add my
I can tell you what she rolled first if you like.
Yeah, please do.
She rolled a 12.
I will add that.
Okay. How much is that?
It's an extra 5 for 17.
Okay. That still fails, unfortunately.
Okay.
And he
How did I know
will
what she was saving?
knock her prone. And I mean, it's like a simultaneous punch. As one fist comes down on Maria and one down on Zappa. So the other one's going to go at you, Zappa. 32.
Yep, that hits.
35 points of bludgeoning damage. And can I get that strength save, please?
Not at advantage. 11. So nope.
Alright. He will knock you prone as well. Just, yeah, as the whole area shakes, parts of the pillars begin to crumble and sunder as it just slams both of its fists down onto you guys. So that will be his turn. Maria, unfortunately, though you are recovered, the fatigue from the magical effort you've just expended remains. You are not able to take actions this turn. Though if there's anything you want to say or convey, you're able.
Can I still use my movement to stand up, or no?
Let me check. You can't move or take action, so you wouldn't be able to stand up either.
Okay. Maria's gonna weakly point over to Wrath and to look at Joey and just be like, "Go help the others. I'll catch up."
I didn't hear no bell. Alright. Meanwhile, more creatures begin to descend. The ones already present go into motion.
Uh-oh, Ender. Look out.
As two appear, one is going to fling its barbs at you, Joey, which go ahead and roll for the mirror image, because that happens first. Okay, this first one definitely hits mirror image. What's their AC? Should say in the spell.
For mirror image?
Yeah.
Because
Because they have their own AC that they have to hit.
Let's roll 6 or higher, blah, blah, blah.
AC equals 10 plus your dex.
So, 13.
13? Okay, first attack does hit the copy. As you're picking Murray up, one of your duplicates vanishes. You notice the presence of this creature just as another barb comes hurtling at you. Can you roll your other d20?
God damn it, I have so many fucking screens. D20. 9? Which...
6 or higher, 8 or higher. So yes, it still hits a duplicate.
Yeah,
and does successfully hit it. So yeah, just as you pick them up, two barbs go through your illusory forms, disappearing as you turn and see this creature kind of perched on top of these bricks, hurling barbs at you. Meanwhile, Andor, just you're kind of reeling from the blood that singed you. Two barbs come hurtling at you. 14 and a 19.
14 misses. Our defensive duelist, the 19.
All right, is that just melee attacks?
That is an excellent point.
Mhm.
Yes, it has to be a melee attack.
Okay.
Fuck.
You take total of 6 points of fire damage. The barb lodges in you and bursts into flame. How's Endor looking right now? Just checking.
He's up.
He's up.
He's up.
All right. Meanwhile, Pip, as you go and duck behind this pillar, you hear this. Oh, Mike didn't pick that up. But this retching sound behind you as one of the creatures has made its way around and will begin throwing barbs at you.
Go for it. Gotta beat 19.
All right. 15 and natural 1. It aims at head height and they stick in the pillar.
They aim at normal person
yeah.
head height.
Exactly. As they stick a couple feet above you and you're like, whoa! Like you see one like clips, like it's like it pins your hat to the pillar.
You bastard.
You yank but it explodes and you yank it free, and the top of your hat is now singed. But otherwise, all right. And now Zappa, starting your turn prone.
Yep, Zappa will stand up with half of his movement. And you know what? He'll just he'll use both attacks.
Okay.
So the first one, get 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that didn't roll with advantage, so.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and go again. Yep.
And the next one will be offhand, and he'll put sneak attack on it, so that there, and then his offhand.
All right. So the second one does not hit. However, the first one, as you throw your dagger up and kind of catch Wrath under the jaw with it for 30 points of damage.
Mhm.
Nicely done.
He throws the first dagger. He's like, "Leave Mary alone."
As it kind of stumbles back a bit, and you see, though its body and strength are increasing, you see more and more of these wounds begin to stay and linger as its regenerative properties aren't keeping up. Is that your turn, Zappa?
And then, yeah, that'll be Zappa's turn.
All right. Now it is Mary's turn. She just kind of looks up at this thing. Let's see. What else she got? Couple options. Okay. As she kind of moves her wand through the air and seems to chant to herself quietly, a familiar form rises from the ground beneath Wrath. These large, churning vines, however, now coated in an inky black smoke, similar to what coats creatures when Zappa pulls them into the earth as she casts Everard's black tentacles. I have an asset for that. It will be neat, but no, I don't. That's okay. Putting it there for reference as this inky cloud of black tentacles rises up and seems to like grasp around the limbs and the legs of Wrath and try to begin to hold him down and hold him in place. Okay, currently no effect. However, as the tentacles begin to start trying to hold him down, he tries to yank himself free. So, see what effect that has on his turn. And she's going to bonus action disengage. And kind of getting stuck behind this wall. And Pip, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. I'm within his striking distance.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's do it then. Pip is going to walk here, then here, and then here, and then here. Attempting, if this is...
He's up in the air.
Opportunity.
He's not in melee.
Okay.
GP.
Okay, so then here, then I'm going to go... yeah, that's still the spot. And with my back turned to Wrath, because why not? I am going to cast... yeah, I'm going to magic missile all 3 darts on the plaque.
Okay. Can you go ahead and roll that damage?
Yeah, if I could get the spell to cast. What's wrong?
As the spell fails and
There
Pip
we
is
go.
crushed underfoot now.
13.
13. Alright, that is 30 total. As you send the darts out, and you kind of send them into the crack you've already made as they begin to pop, and you see the crack widens, and it cracks enough. Didn't destroy the entire plaque, however, as the crack continues, the more of the rune is disrupted, and with a jolt of fiery energy, the rune bursts into flame and fizzles out, now just leaving a charred pattern in the stone. There's a shunt of arcane force over the chamber, as if a heavy weight has been lifted and a light breeze kind of crosses over you like a shockwave.
And as that finishes, Pip is gonna turn around to Wrath and just hold his hands out like,
Hello, buddy!
It stares at
That's
the plaque for a moment and stares at you, the steam rising more and more, almost creating a cloud of vapor around it.
Okay.
Joey, it's your turn.
Joey is going to he is
Alright,
going
As you
and Joey just disappears. Okay. Joey is going to use enhance ability, give Maria Bear's endurance, and give her 2d6 temporary HP.
I'm proud of you, Raider.
2d6 gets 6 temp HP. Joey is going to do that, and then he is going to Thorn Whip the fucker on the little bird, that piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
With his
Hey, he's doing his best.
Rose
That will hit, yes. In retaliation for the barb sent against your illusory duplicates, you smite him from existence.
Alright, Marie, I'll catch you up there. And then Joey is going to. I don't think I would have had to fly 15 feet down because I was still up 15 feet, wasn't I?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 15. So then I'm on the ground and I can move. Well, I have 40 feet of movement because I'm a piece of shit monk. I'll move right there, and that'll be my turn. Be like,
Okay.
oh, I know how you did.
Oh, not too good.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Andor.
Andor's learned to listen. He's gonna stay where he is and fire a. You know, you good?
Took like 5-6 rounds. Yeah, maybe I should go
Just
up
getting
to him.
beaten into the dirt. He's like, maybe I don't want to go closer.
He will do a sacred flame,
Okay.
please. Actually, wait, no, I'm reconning. Can I recon?
Yeah.
Yes, he'll use his action to do his ring of spell restoring,
Okay. Got it.
and he'll just pop that and then just kind of lean on Joey because he can't hold himself up.
Gotcha.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Oh, that's right. I was just reading it. The spell effect. As the tentacles go and grasp at Wrath's limbs, he just barely makes the save as he pulls himself free. And staring down at you, Pip, a voice echoes throughout the chamber. The kind of almost shifting cacophony of chittering voices that you heard from one of the creatures earlier. The seal is broken. We cannot protect this place now. Wrath kind of looks around, almost hearing, the voice and understanding it. And in this moment, you see, rather than raise his arms, it seems to almost brace him. He almost seems to brace himself as he takes. It's not like multiple steps. He just takes a couple large steps and jumps out of the tentacles, crashing here, seeming to
Do I
get.
get an opportunity attack?
You're not within 5 feet of him.
Oh, damn.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
He has not left your melee range.
This is true. That makes sense.
Gotta ask.
And you see the steam stops emitting from him. The muscles begin to swell further. And it almost seems like parts of him are bulging outward as an insane
use suicide
heat
bomb.
radiates off of him. And he is going to use Unyielding Rage.
Oh my god.
Jesus fuck.
Wait, but that's not his centered, so...
This is true. Well, no, it's 60 feet from him, not necessarily from his center.
Fuck.
It is extra 20 feet for each tier he has increased in power.
Oh.
As you see, from an area within him, a large, like a bright orange light seems to shine from underneath the muscles. And the heat radiates further, coating the room. Y'all begin to sweat, though for the moment, nothing happens. However, as the ground around you begins to tremble and Wrath himself seems to almost kind of condense in on himself, storing up some sort of power, you know not what.
He's about to latch you on us, guys.
Maria, it is your turn.
Okay. So quick point of order before we continue.
Mhm.
Does Andor have the stone? Because I thought
think-
that's what it was.
I believe you gave Andor the stone because you were concerned about you going berserk in the armor.
Correct. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay. So
So I have the Bands of Binding and the Setting Stone.
yes.
Andor, would you please add a sending stone to your character sheet?
I literally just did it because I looked. I had the Bands of Binding. I'm like, oh, I clearly don't have the Setting Stone. I've added it now.
Okay.
Okay. So Wrath is charging up his bomb, right?
To be the case.
Okay.
You see, I will say at this point, you see all the other, like the flying creatures begin to squawk, panic, and scatter.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Just at a glance, does it look like it can be stopped, or is this thing happening right now?
Honestly, you're not sure. He's heavily damaged. However, with his sheer size and you've just felt the heat radiating off of him when, you're normally close to him, and even from this distance, your skin is starting to burn. Those of you who are next to him, it is unbearably hot.
Okay. I'm going to take a massive risk here. Use 15 feet of my movement to get up.
Mhm.
And, whoops, that's the wrong tab.
Keep in mind, you don't have haste anymore.
Yes, correct. 5, 10, 15. Bonus action, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Misty Step.
Haha, alright.
Ka-chow. And I'm just gonna load into him. Everyone have your fingers crossed.
Alright, go for it, Maria.
15.
15 does not hit.
Alright, second hit. 24.
That will hit.
I'm going to add first level Divine Smite.
Okay.
Nice.
3d8.
Extra D8, or was that?
That was with the
That was
D8.
the extra.
That is 27, 31. All right. How do you misty step towards it? How do you go and strike at him?
Maria's going to kind of misty step to where his abdomen is, And like midair, she's just gonna slash twice into his chest.
Alright.
First one not making contact, but second one just going for it.
Alright, as you slash into it, though as you do this, an almost pressurized gout of boiling blood shoots out, dealing a bit more damage this time, 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And he kind of grumbles, not so much from the pain, or at least that you notice, but more so trying to hold together whatever it is he's doing currently.
And she's gonna look to the others and just be like, well, we better lay into them or we need to call Asimar, one or the other. And that's it for her.
The creatures, they are going to block away and scatter at this point. They all, they're just flying pretty much straight up and removing themselves from the situation. Zappa, it is your turn.
And he's like hunkered down right now, correct?
He's kind of like crouched like this. He's not like
Okay,
in the
yeah.
fetal position, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, why not? We'll do one Psyblade. And I'll throw the 5d6 on it. Bonus action, disengage. And then I'm gonna right there.
Alright. 9. Alright. Zappa. As you see this creature swelling, the heat rising in the room, you strike out with a psychic blade. How do you want to do this?
Yeah! Hey!
Alright. Pops, please take this. And he just. And just it's like, this is the biggest dagger. It's just like an oversized dagger. And just roots and stuff. And he just, with both hands, throws it. And hits Wrath right in the chest. And then the vine just creep out and grab it. And then try to eat it.
You watch as you strike at it, the dagger hits it in the chest, and as the vines begin to grow, they get about halfway across the torso before they stop.
Mm-hmm.
The vines coil back and seem to wither away.
Okay.
However, as this last bit of damage pierces its chest, you just hear a resounding as there's a flash of light as his body suddenly swells. And he was not fully able to complete the process. However, the energy stored into his body thus far erupts violently out through the chamber. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Alright.
And or Joey, you get +4.
Thank you.
You will need it.
2.
5. Great.
Mario, what was your total?
Mine is 19.
Okay. Joey? With the
Yeah.
+4, it's a 20.
Yeah.
2.
And then, if I, that's an ability check, never mind.
We're all going to take, except for Pippinog and Zappa, who succeed just barely, dodging out of the way or ducking for cover, and Zappa with his freaking evasion. 36 points of fire damage.
Joey.
Half the amount of dice of what it would have been had he completed his process.
Joey will use his reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Alright. You just, it's literally like you're standing in front of an atomic bomb going off, and you're just
It's from the
Absorb-
last time.
absorbing
He
it.
remembers Azamor doing that shit, and he forgot to use absorb elements, and he's like, nah.
So, was it take no damage or take half?
Take half.
Okay.
Except Zappa takes none. And there is a blast of not even fire, but just sheer heat, steam, and almost like you feel that sudden burst of anger and rage wash over you once more. As it echoes throughout the chamber, the entire ground beneath you rumbling violently. Is anyone down after that?
Maria is down.
Yeah, same with Ender.
That halves the damage, doesn't it, for absorb elements? Because it gives me
Yes.
resistance. Okay,
Alright.
I'm fine. I still had temp HP. I was not touched that whole fight.
You stayed away from him. It's the coward's way. Kidding. So, as it goes to Mary's turn, the vapor subsides, and you see now a almost regular size, about 7 foot tall Wrath, though no muscle is visible, with the plates almost all kind of pressed together and overlapping, as he seems to just be standing there kind of hunched over, smoldering. And at the moment, makes no movements. Though on Mary's turn, you see she is reeling. She failed her save, and she was already at about half health. As she kind of gets up, and she shouts out, "If we're all close together, I can get us out. That thing's not keeping us here anymore." And she... yeah, just kind of... yeah, she's gonna make her way over to the unconscious people.
I can measure too. We're 30 feet away from each other, Zappa.
With a sudden kind of blink of movement and her staggering closer, she moves over, kind of looks at Wrath, and says, "Do we want to stay long enough to figure out what the hell's going on, or do we want to leave?" And Joey's the only one conscious at the moment. Pippinog, it's your turn.
Oh, why did you guys have to go right there? Oh no.
Death saves are being made. We'll still go in initiative order.
Alright, yeah, I will double dash to get with the group, pretty much.
Okay.
I'll be right in front of Joey. Instead of trying to end this fucker, I will not.
Okay.
You could kick him.
I was gonna try and do max damage to him, but...
Alright. Joey.
Joey...
Actually, I'm gonna go right there.
Joey will go ahead. Is Maria down too?
Yes.
Okay, Joey's just gonna move.
Worth noting, Pip, as you get there, she is going there, and she's, "I need you to be next to me."
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can measure that to see if I can even get there.
You can. You were right here. You could just diagonally move right here.
Okay, then yeah, I'll be right next. Doink.
Joey will use I will use Healing Hands on Maria, and she will get 9 hit points flat.
Okay.
Then bonus action, 2nd level Healing Word on Andor.
Let's go.
At the same time.
Okay. With 2 jolts of healing light, both of you return to consciousness.
You're alright, guys. I got you.
That really sucked.
Yep, you're telling me.
But you're both
Joey
not
took 3 3 damage, that fight. 3 damage.
It's okay. Everyone else made up for it.
Even with that absorb elements?
Absorb elements, and then I had my temp HP. It was, yeah, it carried over 3. So Joey looks slightly singed.
His hair is a bit charred.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. As no one's rolling death saves, and/or Maria, you do have and Zappa, you do have a moments to do something, if you wish. As you see, Mary is kind of nervously looking at Wrath and just kind of begins moving her wand. Are you two doing anything?
Zappa's just gonna look at Wrath and wonder. He's like, oh, "Why didn't the vines work? They've never not worked before."
I don't know. That's not the weirdest thing that's happened today.
Zappa will go ahead. Do I have an action left?
Yeah, you could.
This thing looks like it's down though, or does it look like it's?
It's standing, but he's just kind of slumped over.
Zappa's just gonna give it one last stab because he hurt Mary, so
okay.
That wasn't cool.
Do it.
It explodes again.
Right.
Gonna stab him.
As you go and stab towards it, you see in the states where his plates have covered more parts of his body, seems that the weak points are not as exposed, and as you go and stab towards it, you hit just the hardened plates, and it doesn't seem to break through.
Oh no, no! I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm realizing things and/or trying to understand some things in my head.
Does it look like he reacts to the knife at all, or does it just kind of tink and he just stays there?
He nudges slightly, but he doesn't shift or move. However, at this point, you hear the voice call out again. So we must find another way to dispose of the interlopers. I told you this was a terrible plan. As you see, not super far off in one of the trees, the shifting visage, the green-cloaked figure, a face of just shifting eyes, long, crooked arms of 2 elbows kind of curl around the branches, seeming to look over you. We'll have our chance. And at that point, a swirl of vines seems to envelop the group, and you feel yourselves pulled and tugged into the soil.
Before that, may Maria have her action?
Yeah.
All right. Maria's going to move right here and look at Sloth and presumably Envy, Pride, whoever, and she's gonna give him the finger. And as soon as we start getting teleported out, she's gonna take a swipe at Wrath's corpse.
Go for it.
And add a divine smite to it if it hits.
It is not with advantage.
Oh, yep, that's correct. Sorry about that.
So as you swipe at it, and while he's not moving, he is still sturdy, and as you go and strike at it, you leave a sizable gash in the plate of the armor, though as you pull away, it doesn't seem to have pierced through. And the last vision you get before the shift in dimension takes hold of you is the slight shifting of plates, the steam beginning to seep out from areas of muscle before you are removed.
There's no way I could get a spell off in time, could I?
Unfortunately, Mary has her turn before yours.
I have 1 initiative point. So, all right.
As a free action, Maria will whisper softly in Wrath's direction. Remember who gave you that scar? And that's it.
Ooh.
All right. As you find yourselves suddenly a sprout of swirling vines, you are sent tumbling out onto a wooden deck of a ship. You hear surprised voices as people jump back. You are surrounded by almost a dozen. Let me change this. Doom music.
The whole crew was just vibing to do music the entire time.
I was in it, man. He wasn't moving. Would he still make a dex? I just need to know, Chris, if he had to make a dex save, would he have had disadvantage?
The world may never know.
Mm.
Could have killed him, guys. I could have killed him.
You were much closer than I thought you would be. And you find yourselves suddenly shunted out onto the lower deck of the Blue Glory. About a dozen or so individuals surrounding you. You all kind of stumble out. You see Captain Fallon drift, a few others. Surprised for a moment as you just hear, "You're alive! What the fuck was that?" You glance around, you see the chairs are disturbed. One of the chairs is half sunken into the floor, as is the table. And though it's not liquefied, the wood of the floor itself seems almost like warped and twisted, like some kind of weird oil painting, and it seems to have solidified that way from when you sunk into the floor itself.
Yeah, we're doing great, you know. Just had a bit of a scuffle. But it's
I'm going to
alright.
bed.
You've been gone for 2 days.
What?
It's just a bit of a scuffle.
We should probably.
How long
tell
was that? That was
Asma
like
more.
5 minutes for us, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get some ale! They're back! Let's celebrate! So that they can tell us what the fuck happened.
Ah.
I killed
getting-
Wrath.
Get the wine too. He said. You see, oh gosh, hey, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Vongli, you see at this kind of goes over to the table where like one of the legs is sunken in. He just chops it off. It's merged with the wood of the floor, and he just kind of gets a box and puts it under to kind of stabilize the table. A few of the other crew kind of look around, surprised. A couple kind of run off and return with bandages, healing implements, kind of start handing them out to you, picking you up if you need it. Yeah, ale is brought in, and he kind of, Captain Fowler just looks surprised for the most part.
Maria, come here, come here. Give Joey some loving. Joey's gonna give Maria a hug and do 2 first level cure wounds.
Okay.
At first, she looks annoyed, but after a while, she's just like, "Yeah, I need this right now."
There you go.
All right.
And then Andor will get a pat on the back with.
Joey, if you don't want to spend all your spell slots, I can help.
Joey's just being nice.
Okay.
Cure wounds first level on Andor.
He wants to explain what the hell happened to you. You all look absolutely terrible.
Ah. Do you really want to know?
Yes. At that
Well.
point you hear, "Get out of my way! You said that back!" Right? As you see Captain Jasper pushes a couple crew aside in the doorway and kind of looks at you. "Oh, thank the tides. I thought you were dead and I'd be stuck on the ship by myself. What the fuck happens to you?"
Nope. Not dead yet. Hell, I'll make it very simple. Hell dimension, 3 different sins. Big fight, lots of fire. I've lost a bit of hair. Those are the important things.
I killed it.
Yes.
A wave of fear washes over Andor's face. He turns to Joey. "How's my hair?"
I mean, you always look quite lovely, Andor. It's
Is it
like
singed?
there, yeah.
I mean, you kind of look, it's not like burned away, but it's almost like a kind of a cartoon thing where like a powder keg goes off in someone's face. They're covered in just like black, their hair's blasted back.
Yeah, you look great. You look quite sharp, you know.
You've seen better days, lad. Now, would you care to run that all by me again? As like one of the crew comes back, he's like, "I brought the wine, Captain," and he just takes the bottle uncorks it and drinks.
I think there's someone else who might should be here for this conversation.
And Pip will turn to you, Andor.
Yes, right away. We can pull out the sending stone. Is there like a word cap, like the actual sending spell?
Yes, it is 25 words.
Yes.
You just rub it, focus on it with the intent to use it and cast sending.
That's what she said.
No.
You rub it, focus on it, and hope to cast.
Indeed.
Maria's busting out the expensive whiskey that Joey got her.
Ooh.
Adol will use the sending stone. He'll say, hey, Asimov, we met some more of Greed's friends. Nearly killed one. They want to kill you. We should probably talk. Not in good shape.
Yeah.
Huh. That explains a bit. Just a sec. Who are you talking to?
He'll be in a sec. Just give it a minute.
Just a moment.
And Pip does one of those, like,
Whole bottle of whiskey just.
Are we supposed to be waiting for something?
For now. I mean, it only makes sense to go through the conversation once rather than multiple times.
Right.
He's
So,
usually quicker than this.
he's slow today.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Oh, but we're still docked. We were taking the time to relax on the islands while we figured out what the fuck we were going to do. We were about ready to leave. We didn't. So we thought you had disappeared or you were dead. We were not sure.
this was the pit stop island.
Yes. It'd be.
Okay.
That's Lungwilda. It's like a small kind of resort / port.
Anyone need a little Pip love too?
As he tries to mimic Joey's hug.
I know what you're saying.
See, like 4 different crew members like take a step back.
Pip will go over to you, Andor, and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Thank you.
Yes. Why? Are my spells bugged or something?
I think that might be.
Okay.
You tried refreshing roll 20.
It took a long time to load, so we're gonna try it. What is it? What's the actual dice?
For what? Cure wounds?
Cure Wounds.
D8.
D8 plus wisdom.
That'd be your
D8.
intelligence modifier.
Plus 5.
That's right.
9.
So, and I'll get out the hairbrush and kit he got from Joey and start fixing his shit.
Everyone's using the gifts Joey got them like session 2.
Zappa.
So, what's the problem?
Oh.
You
There
hear
you
a
are.
clap as you just hear about 10 or so crew members go, ah! Jump backwards. Hello? Well, who are you? And Captain Fallon just kind of reaches for his sword.
No.
They called for me. You see
Asimov?
the wizard Asimov.
Yes, he's kind of our handler, I think is the word we've elected to use.
That is the official title, yes.
Yes.
I killed Wrath. It was me. I did it.
Care to elaborate on that at all? Who's Wrath?
So,
Some punk ass demon.
look at the floor.
As I point out the waviness.
We were taken to what appeared to be fiery hell dimension. there was 3 figures. One of them big, and that's the one that Zappa stabbed. Then there was Spider Man, who was in the tree, and
I attempt to describe this figure, and then I'll go through the last figure as well.
Okay. Huh.
they want you dead.
Can you all like give us a moment? He just kind of waves at the crew in the
God,
room.
peasants.
This is my ship. I would very much like to be here for this conversation. You seem. Suggest you and your crew go check the rest of the ship. Make sure everything's fine. You see, there's just like a clarity comes over Captain Fellinger's face. All right, men, let's give them the privacy. Go ahead, let's go check, make sure nothing else is. Kind of like taps the wood with his boot. Fucked with. The men kind of confusedly clear out. Captain Jasper's kind of the last to stay. And he just kind of like gives you all like a nod of like, everything good? Just as he backs out, he kind of narrows his eyes and kind of does this to Asimore before backing out slowly. Well, the last 2 days have been very fun for me, and looks like they have been for you too.
It was like 5 minutes for us.
Pretty quick, gonna be honest.
Sounds about right. You probably went to the abyss, huh?
The what?
Lava, broken stuff. Looks like a terrible place.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. She kind of seems to think for a moment. Things are getting interesting. Not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's a bad thing.
A little bit.
Very bad.
No, yeah. So someone tried to get the better of me the other day, but that's dealt with now.
Oh? Anyone we know?
Okay, so you mentioned greed. There's wrath, sloth. I'm sensing a theme here.
Wait.
Usually the 7 sins is just kind of a concept more so than actual creatures. I wonder if they existed first and took the naming scheme, or I don't know. I'm not going to get into the logistics of that. I am mostly sure I've destroyed lust yesterday.
Oh?
Oh, right, mate. What was that like?
Well, at first it was the best evening I've ever had. Then it turned very uncomfortable, and now I have to remodel a couple rooms.
Well, it sounds like they are not doing this alone. They are searching for one of us, a team, to come after you.
I don't think they have a specific team in mind. I think it's more of like they're going through all of us, seeing which one of us is more willing to take the deal.
So I'm guessing y'all gave it no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Asimore, I'm
fuck
sorry to
that.
break this to you, but it's nothing pet. No, I'm just messing with you, mate.
Oh, please, you'd be the last person on this planet that I expect to try and kill me. You're the nicest thing on Earth.
I think it was less of a no, more of a why? Why are you asking?
I mean,
us this?
who wouldn't want to kill me? I'm amazing.
Exactly. Why would they want to kill me?
I mean, there are plenty of good reasons for demons of chaos to get rid of the most powerful being on the planet.
Fair.
I mean, again,
Genuine thing here is: are you actually the most powerful being, or is that like a self-appointed title?
I mean, I don't like to brag. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah. Just got gestures to you. I mean, I don't see any contenders.
Fair.
Well,
That's fair enough.
you You should have seen our big.
Big.
He was pretty big.
He was a big ass boy.
That's one big
Okay.
ass boy.
But you killed him.
Well,
No.
so
We're actually kind of not sure.
Okay.
he
Ah,
exploded and shrank down.
he then seemed
That's-
to start up again and reboot.
Okay. I don't know what reboot means, but
Well, it's when you get home, you take your boots off, but then you realize, oh, I forgot something in the carriage, so you have to reboot.
I don't know boots. And you see he just kind of sticks up, like he waves one of his bat slippers at you.
Oh, do they fly?
I mean, I fly, but no, they don't.
Ah.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yes, I will admit there was a moment of weakness. I was potentially seduced, but that plan did not work out as well as they intended, and the 7 sins have become 6.
Are
So
you
there's
sure
that.
you killed it?
I'm sure.
Pip continues to stare at Az more.
Okay. Are you inciting him, or just...
No, it's just like are you sure you killed him? And Asmore's like, oh, yeah. And Pip is like,
Did you kind of continue to stare? His face kind of turns serious for a moment. They're gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Disappointing.
tried to send the wrath to Pops, but it didn't work.
Also concerning.
So, was this warranted of a call?
Oh, yes. As warranted as it could be.
Pip
Gosh,
takes out
no
his
one's
little
tried.
book.
No one's made an attempt in my life in centuries. It's almost exciting.
Pip takes out his book and makes a note of that.
He kind of leans over to see what you're writing down. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, make a perception check for Az.
Are you gonna try and keep it from him?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily keep it, but let's see what he can get.
14.
14. Pip says, basically, Az can see in his book, the first 3/4 of a sentence. That's basically, make sure to only call Az when there's an attempt. And that's all he can get.
Well, I mean, heck, you fought off one of the sins. I mean, that been the one I fought was a pretty tough demon. I'm honestly impressed it got out in the first place.
Got out?
Well, normally demons can't leave. The abyss is where demons happen. They spawn from negative emotions, tragedies on the mortal realm. It's almost like a evil reflection. The more horrible things and horrible people that occur here, the more demons happen in the abyss. Typically, the stronger one is, the harder it is for it to get out.
There wouldn't happen to be a certain rune or spell keeping them there, right?
No, it's more so that realm is entirely separated from ours. There are places where they can seep through, especially if idiots start summoning them, but they're usually pretty weak.
Does that mean if you, like, stub your toe, right, and you're like, oh, dang, yeah, it really hurt, that's like a negative emotion. Does that make, like, a demon?
It's not that. It's more like, think of it as like you have a bucket and it's raining. It's all the tiny little drops culminating in a full bucket, aka all the little things eventually pooling together to form enough negative energy to create something like that.
But what
It's
if
not so
you-
much. I mean, unless you're like a horrible, evil, monstrous person, then you might create some yourself.
Yeah, so if someone's, like, horrible enough, could they just fill a bucket by themselves?
I mean, potentially, but not intentionally. It's doable, yeah. It's more so just the amount of negative energy someone contributes to the abyss.
Can I ask a world question?
Yeah.
Are there mental disorders in this world, such as schizophrenia or psychosis, homicidal rage?
There are, though such things can be alleviated easier with things like greater restoration or similar magics. Not that everyone has
Okay.
access to that, but they're more easily curable.
Okay. You don't think someone tried to summon them and that's how they've been activated?
I mean, someone could have, but I mean, if I didn't know they existed, I doubt anyone else did. Besides, I don't know of
Fair.
anyone powerful enough to summon demons that strong.
Well, like you said, perhaps it wasn't a singular, but more so a pool or a team of people.
Maybe.
I mean, Sloth was the one that did the floor and pulled us in. He
Yeah,
could've
I
been
remember
the one
him
that-
from the caves at the first
Mhm.
trial. I'm annoyed that I didn't get him.
First trial caves. He was down there?
He
Yeah.
opened a portal, let the cocky one escape.
I think we're calling him Greed.
Sounds about right.
No one's allowed to be more cocky than I am.
You look like you're about to fall over.
Yeah. But I'll go back in.
I like it.
He ain't heard no bell.
I believe, yeah, I was gonna say, I believe the phrase is, I ain't heard no bell.
I like that one. I'm glad I put my eggs in this basket.
You don't have a way to keep us out of the sight lines or protect us from a sudden... And Pip just looks at the floor and goes...
Yeah, I think I do have something. He reaches into his robe, and you see as he pulls the robe aside, you do see like a bag on his side. It's almost not like a full satchel. It's just like a tiny little pouch on his side that he reaches in, pulls it out. I've placed a bunch of these in my home, and you see it's like almost like a baby blue colored candle, like a wax candle with a black wick. I set up a barrier in Zanar. If a fiendish creature enters city boundaries, the candle will light. I have a bunch of them, so I know exactly how many demons, if any, entered. Though I need to kind of shore that up a bit. The one I'm guessing is Lust managed to get by unnoticed. But otherwise, no disturbances, so keep one of these on you. If it bursts into flame, you at least have time to prepare yourself and call me first before you get sucked away to places unknown.
Oh, thank you. Pip will hold out his hands for either one or the batch.
Oh, he just has one.
Oh, okay.
It's not bound to a massive area, so it'll only detect if something's in your immediate presence.
Okay. And if we are about to be... It might pop.
Most likely. A portal is pretty much a gateway. They have to be on the other side, so that should be able to detect it.
Good to know.
But if that happens again, call me first, and I will be there instantly. It's kind of hard, I won't lie, to keep track of you guys. You are on a boat. Took me a minute to signal in on where you are. The whole time, Mary is just standing here staring at Azamor, listening to everything he's saying. She kind of shuffles up to you, Zappa. So what's going on here?
This is the guy that he's like a team leader for us. His name is Azamor. He's immortal and he lives forever. And he told us to let him know if demons attack us, because in the first trial there was this guy that bled gold and he was a demon, and Sloth was there. So we got a stone to call him, but we didn't have time when we fought Wrath.
You're all very casual with him.
Yeah, he's super strong, so
Not just present. she says, not really taking her eye off Asimov.
Can I insight check Mary when she says that? Does it, like, Pip is looking for some sense of familiarity of Asimov, like Mary might know him.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Bada bing. 22.
It's more so there's a super powerful wizard in your presence and y'all just kind of chatting it up. She just seems kind of suspicious.
Okay, fair.
Asimov, one more thing. It seems things are getting a little hot. No pun intended.
As Pip looks around, is like,
That was absolutely intended, but continue.
Is there a way we can be sure it's you if we get in contact with you or you show up randomly? Code word or something you can do. This is me thinking ahead, because I'd rather not get surprised by someone who could impersonate you visually.
You can always try and call me one of those names I don't like.
Is it?
Will you send me to the timeout box?
Not the first time you do it.
Deal.
Well,
Big
another
smile on
thing you can do, your slippers. Just wear different slippers every time. It'd be
I do.
impossible for, a demon to predict what kind of slipper you're going to wear, as long as we get something new every time.
No, I
Or
have
vice versa.
enough. I do wear a new one. I have
Exactly.
one for every day of the year.
Exactly. See, so if we see a repeat, that means somebody would have had to observe you.
Not a bad idea. I like that. Don't call me those names.
Pip looks angrily at Maria.
Come on.
She's gonna lean up to Pip and just be like, "Think of all the slippers we can see, though."
We don't get any.
Yeah, but they're cool.
But we don't get any.
Yeah, but they're cool.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Have you heard anything about like wizards going missing or like ceasing to exist?
No, he says with like a look of concern on his face. Why? I mean, there's. Go ahead.
Like one of the authorities came to me and was like, "Do you remember this authority?" And I'm like, "Oh, no." And he's like, "I think they're disappearing." And I was like, "Maybe." So I don't know if you heard anything about that.
I mean,
I don't really keep track of them either. The authorities are a bunch of. No offense. I won't finish that sentence. But no, I don't really keep track of them at all.
Isn't that like really concerning though? If like you could just like make people disappear and like no one can remember that they even existed.
I mean, a couple weeks ago we were going to meet someone, I think, and then as soon as Pip says that, halfway through the sentence, he stops and is like, "Oh no!" and runs to go find Pip Dog and Dog.
You run out of the galley, and you see a couple of crew members are like hanging around near the door trying to listen in. And as you jump out, you see down there, like sitting there waiting anxiously, you see Pip Dog and Dog outside the door. And as soon as you run out, Dog jumps onto you.
Whatever he's gonna do, but let him do.
Just kisses. It's like a dog who hasn't seen you in 2 days. He's so happy. He thought you were dead.
Yes, I missed you too.
He kind of like stares and, oh, that's nice. So anyway, no, I don't know anything about it. That sounds like a god thing for racing people.
Right? That sounds like pretty significant. Well, he was like, "Do you know the authority of time?" Or no, not the authority of time. Oops, the authority of water. Oh well. And I'm like, "No, I never heard of that." And then you were like, "Oh yeah, I found this castle in the middle of the plain of water, abandoned." And I'm like, "This sounds like two events that could possibly be tied together."
Maybe that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't. I guess I wouldn't know if someone was. Huh. That is kind of concerning.
Cat.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah,
Huh?
like passages
Oh.
will be like missing and all this stuff, and now I'm worried that he might disappear next, and I will forget about it. And that's even more concerning.
Who is it? I can keep tabs.
It was the Authority of Death?
Yeah, out in the hall, you just hear Pip yell, Daff.
As Pip Dog and Dog eats him alive. Death!
It's like the T-Rexes from Jurassic Park just.
Oh. I don't know how to keep tabs on him if he just. I mean, yeah, sure. I will do my best to make sure I remember the Authority of Death. I think I heard about him before. Okay.
Okay.
He's just trying to process how to effectively keep tabs on someone if they disappear.
It's a pretty big task. I mean, I feel like if anyone could do it though, it'd be you, because you're real clever.
Oh, I like when you flatter me. You're right.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan now? Just wait until this happens again?
No, I mean, I know they're trying to kill me now. That's actually very helpful. Thank you. So,
Yeah, they wanted us to lure you into a trap.
kind of looks around. He braces himself. This isn't it, is it? Because you're doing a terrible job.
Care to join me in my room, Asimore?
He did that one on me.
Pip starts howling from out in the hallway. Total laughter.
A couple of the crew
And
laugh
laugh
as well.
instead of looking awkward.
I mean, if they're trying to kill me, I mean, well, for one, they can't succeed. Two, I mean, can always do the old bait thing. Try and give them what they want, lure them into a trap instead. Because now we know. Though they know, we know. So, might be a little difficult, but pretty confident I can outsmart a few demons.
Well,
Yeah, when we
are you alright, Seth? Go ahead, use your big boy voice.
Oh, well, as we were leaving, they said they'll have to find another way to dispose of us. And they also said when Wrath started fighting, that they didn't want Wrath to kill me.
Any idea why?
No.
I think it's because Zappa said he'd check with his dad.
Man, every time I visit you guys, things just get so much more exciting. This is the best great game ever.
So if you wanted to trick him, we could use Zappa because Zappa didn't give him a straight answer on whether or not he'd totally betray you. But I don't know if Zappa would totally betray you. Zappa?
Didn't
I
want me
mean,
to.
have you seen those cold dead fish eyes? He could totally do it.
As Pip walks back into the room, readying a spell.
Zappa's betraying? What?
No, we're talking about like setting up a trap for their trap.
Oh,
But-
trap on trap action. Nice.
That's. I'll have to do some digging around. Hopefully, I can find out if they've talked to anyone else or killed anyone else so far. I haven't heard anything about any teams going missing, though everyone's out and about. It's hard to keep tabs on them. But I will check. I will talk to the other handlers. That'll be fun. See if anyone has come up missing, and go from there. In the meantime, I say, I mean, they probably know that since I know, they're not going to be able to get their hands on you that easy. So you're probably okay for the time being. I doubt any more demons, at least, will come knocking on your door. Knock on wood, he says, tapping on the horrible, mangled wood from the quicksand. So I say for the time being, keep on keeping on. Get to the maelstrom.
Oh, I like that. Pip on Pippinog.
That's what I said.
Hey, Asimar. You ever heard the name Dark Feeder?
Sounds like a terrible band name. No.
Well, anywho, it's the name of my armor. It's pretty
Oh.
cool. But yeah, the big tall asshole that we fought. He mentioned something about recognizing this armor.
Hmm.
So I didn't know if it was of any significance, but figured I'd run it by you.
I don't know about it personally. I mean, I can. If you want me to find out about it, I could probably do that.
If you want to, I mean, the more help we have against these assholes, the better.
Fair enough. Sure, I can try and find something out about it and get word back to you. It might be helpful. I mean, you slay demons for a living, right?
Yeah.
Does maybe a previous owner's done the same thing? I mean, demons don't really have a lifespan. They just are kind of around.
Yeah, well, presumably this armor belonged to my dad, so,
Oh, okay, that narrows it down then. Maybe it's like a heirloom.
I mean, I have no memory of it, but,
Well, kind of shrugs.
Maria returns the shrug.
You don't have a
Actually-
memory of a lot of things, from what I understand it.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah, it really sucks,
You're the world's most powerful wizard in the world.
Keep talking.
Can't help with the memory loss?
Yeah, stop. What? Memory loss is tricky. I mean, if it's done by a spell, I could. But if it's done by something else, it's kind of tricky. Depends on what's done it, how it happens, so on and so forth. I
You
mean,
would be able to.
he kind of just... No, he doesn't snap, he claps. Nothing seems to change. Yeah, I just cast the greatest dispel magic possible. Nothing seems to happen. Your memory's not back, right?
What was that?
Your memory's not back, right?
What was
Your memory isn't back, right?
I'm sorry, I don't remember what you said.
Oh no.
that? That was the wrong spell.
Maria just starts speaking in Spanish.
Spanish just doesn't exist. She starts speaking Spanish.
Yo
Bueno.
quiero comer culo.
No,
Chichi
no.
con leche es muy bien. Mamacita, por favor.
Yeah, I mean could be a curse that's done it, though that's also hard to remove. Could just be you hit your head too hard.
I
Well,
mean,
hey,
considering
we
my
know now.
profession, yeah. Considering my profession, I'm assuming it's trauma, so,
Sounds about
that's
right.
always fun.
classic.
I mean,
Nice.
yeah. Anything called Dark Feeder sounds ripe with trauma, be it a horrible band or a suit of armor.
Yeah.
All right. Any more bombshells? No? No
Um,
one's relative is secretly evil. No one's got magical cancer.
Can you check? I haven't gone in for a checkup in a while.
Should I bend over?
You've already
Pips
done
just
enough
starts
to
laughing.
handle.
You guys are the best.
How would we
Okay.
know if our relatives are secretly evil? Is that a thing? Do we have to worry about that?
I don't have any.
I mean, I don't.
relatives.
I don't have any.
I do.
That got dark, guys.
I
Well,
mean,
actually,
isn't your dad in the astral helix?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's probably evil.
Oh. Probably.
I
Possibly.
mean, I'm just saying, it's a tendency with secret conclaves of wizards.
It happens inevitably.
It's kind of a trend. I've seen a lot of bad wizards in my time. Both evil and just bad at what they do.
Damn. That handle. But Asimov, what's wrong with me today? I can't say the right name to save my life. I think I might have gotten bonked on my head out there.
You look fine.
You didn't.
You look
got
better
that-
than everyone else.
Yeah,
Very
actually,
clear.
it's the stress. Yeah, it's a lot.
Starts crying. Too much. So, I'll start, I guess, actually being responsible and seeing what all this is about.
Oh, I have something for you.
Oh no. That
Unfolds the cloth to
It's not-
reveal the last pair of sunglasses that he has.
And what do they look like?
They are the obsidian shards that have been cut in such a way that they could be lenses.
Ah, these were a little interesting. They weren't perfect for any one of us. So,
They kind of have these weird frames that are little jagged on the top that come up with like a slight wing to it on both sides. Kind of reminiscent of Devil Wears Prada sunglasses, but not.
I like the idea that it's those, but it's not.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Domino glasses.
Retcon, that's it.
I think so. Oh, okay. I was worried it was like a tiny rock shaped like my face or something. No, yeah, that's an
yeah,
awesome
you
gift.
Here.
For the best. He takes it, puts them on. I'm blind.
Now you're not only the best wizard in the world, but the coolest looking.
I mean, I already was, but I appreciate the accessory.
You're right. The slippers are great, but that's a Pippinog original.
It's true.
True.
Man, this has just made my day. Well, I'm going to go around and make sure no other teams die or have died, and we can get to work on the whole trap for a trap thing when you guys get back from the maelstrom.
Oh, right. Yes.
I mean, you are going to get back, right?
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
plan.
you're going to get back.
We just
It
killed a
taps on
giant 25-foot demon. I mean,
But have you met the ocean?
Ocean's a scary place.
It is.
Also, I'm pretty sure you said you didn't kill the demon.
why I killed it. It didn't move anymore after I hit it. So
Well, it has been fantastic seeing you guys. I'm hopefully everyone eavesdropping has gotten all the information they need. At which point you hear like, oh shit! You hear the shuffle of people moving away from outside the door, and even footsteps from above the deck. Well, you know how to reach me if anything goes horribly wrong. Like I said, candle, setting stone, maelstrom. The main three. I'll start poking my nose around, see what the hell's going on.
Azzy, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Please
I'll
be
let that
safe.
one slide. That's, I mean, the sentiment's cute, but nothing's gonna hurt me.
Hey.
Hi.
One sin versus two versus one-on-one is difficult. But if they come at you in a group,
I think it'll just be more fun.
aha! That's the right attitude. Love it.
I'll end up the right attitude. Talk about being the most cocky one in the room. So it's kind of looking at you, Maria. Well, you guys take care. Enjoy your sea voyage with that magical teleportation. I'm certain it will be character building. And you'll probably be hearing from me again soon when I find out just how much worse things are going to get.
okay.
Wunderbar.
He claps and gone.
It'll be so sad if he dies. He is what the light in our lives.
I'm gonna be sad too. I want those sunglasses back.
Pip, that's messed up, mate.
I do appreciate The irony of giving a blind man sunglasses.
Oh my god, he's blind. I completely forgot about
What?
that.
Yeah, he put him on. He's like, haha, I'm blind.
He said, haha, I can't see. And I thought that was just because of the thickness of the lenses or something.
Totally blind.
Well,
Who
been
knows,
actively
Critter?
blind.
The blind man leant over to try and look at his notes as he was writing.
Well, the robe sees for him. You have to get
Oh,
like the
right.
shoulder over there.
This kid's a shoulder.
He sticks the sleeve out. See?
Smells good.
Huh.
That's not how that works, I know.
No.
So, vibe check. Are we all okay?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Maria,
Insight
be-
check, yeah.
forthright with your feelings.
Fuck that.
Maria.
22 insight check on you.
You,
Trying to see if you're hurt or like upset.
you gauge that her pride is hurt because she wanted to finish off Wrath.
I know. You're okay, though. Live to fight another day, as they say, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You'll
She's
get
lying.
your chance.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll get him
Oh.
real good.
you hear as the voice of Captain Fallinger kind of enters the room. My men have told me your little conversation is over, and I have pieced most of everything together. This, he points to the floor, this won't be happening again for the time being.
Don't
Probably.
think so.
For the time being, yeah.
Are we good to set sail again?
Well,
Yeah,
if it does happen again, we'll kick their ass again. That's for sure.
Hey,
I like the attitude. All right, men, we're gonna get ready to set sail. As he kind of calls out, you hear, people begin shuffling footsteps above the deck. Well, welcome back aboard the Blue Glory. I hope it is nicer than wherever it was you just came from, because it certainly looks like it is.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It was a real difficult scuffle. I seem to have lost a few things. I'm not too sure about the price on the backside. We may have to find another method of paying you once we return. Or if you're willing to lower the price, knowing you're in good protection with us as well.
I'm certain we can find many treasures or valuables along our way, and shall deal with that as it comes.
That is
But-
fair.
A deal is a deal. Now, I will leave you all to lick your wounds. Please join us on the deck for festivities this evening as we get back on the way at sea. He kind of gives a bit of a bow, backs out of the room.
Zappa will turn to Mary and be like, "Man, Mary, thanks for all the help. You really got us out of there. I mean, helped us so much. It was so cool seeing the fight in person."
And I don't usually fight up front. I kind of prefer the sneakier option. Sorry I wasn't more helpful.
You were more than helpful.
We're standing on this boat because of you.
Well, thanks. That's Fel's what I used to get to and from home, so I always try to keep it handy when I need it.
Smart.
Speaking of which, when we hear back from Pops, I can use that to take us to dinner whenever he's ready. I still don't know what he's up to.
God,
Is
it
there,
would be so amazing. I've been trying to get him to agree to have dinner with us, and I think they said they would want to do that. So we can all go. And he looks at everybody.
Mm-hmm. I would love to, but whatever weekend you guys are doing this on, I'm busy.
Be nice to get the rest of the family back together. I haven't heard from a couple of them in a while. Just wait for word from Pops.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to tell him what happened. It probably won't work, but I can try.
I'll try to. I don't know if he can't talk to us. I'm not sure if that means he doesn't know what's happening. Well,
Fair.
so, best friends with the most powerful wizard. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're pretty cool. So.
Oh yeah, we're
please
definitely
don't
really
kill
cool.
Well, we're great company, really. He's lucky news us.
You're certainly pleasant to be around.
I just see Joey like eating stuff off the table, saying this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sleep off these bruises and burns.
Mm-hmm. Good
You
night, Mary.
do need a little.
And Pip holds out his arms for a hug.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, though. Turns. Heads out.
You know, Zap, gonna be honest, she scared the hell out of me when we met her after what happened with Jasper, but she's starting to grow on me.
She's the coolest.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little biased because, you know.
As am I.
She killed a man.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Thanks, God.
He's alive. He just checked in with us. He's not dead. He didn't
I
kill anybody.
I could use some fresh air. I'm just gonna go step out onto the deck.
Pip will leave and just go to the top deck to go breathe.
Hey, you make your way out, and you feel like this like burning sensation in your lungs as you try and clear out the air of the heated brimstone air of where you just were. It meshes with the warm sea breeze. Seems to be mid-afternoon. The crew is moving around, getting everything ready to get the ship moving.
Cool.
What is everyone else doing for the time being? You just taking time to relax, rest after everything that just happened?
Yeah, Joe would go for a swim,
Okay.
And then he'd.
Yeah, 'cause you're fine. You're great.
Yeah, Joey's doing great. Go for a swim, check out, what's going on in the water, and then, pop by and say hi to the character I can't remember the name of because it's been like 3 weeks.
So which one?
The one on the cargo.
Ardavog.
Ardavog? Yeah.
Yeah, you make your way down, and actually, when you make your way down there after you go swimming for a little bit, you just hear as he skitters out from the his burrow. Oh, you're not dead.
Oh, no.
He just kind of puts his face in the wall. I was so
Nah.
worried. Everyone was saying you died.
Well, now we're total fun.
You
I'm
were
doing
gone
great.
for 2 days. You sank into the floor.
Yeah, then we kind of went to the abyss and we threw hands with some demon folks, I didn't do much throwing hands. I'm more like I whipped some people and I did a lot of healing because people were being folded.
I'm picturing throwing hands and it's just Andor standing in front of him. Yeah. He was about to drop you into the lava too. If start of his next turn, he was just gonna let go.
Yes, I was gonna thunder step away, but Mary got my back, so.
I also was prepping fly, just in case.
I know, and
Like-
I was regretting fucking because I used 4th level healing on you, but I was like, I could use freedom of movement, and you could have just spent 5 feet to get another grapple.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, and then what? He's standing above a pool of lava.
He could grapple him back and hold onto his arms because he was massive, and then he could fucking
He's
attack
like
on
shaking
Titan.
him, and Andor's just clinging to his forearm. He's like,
You're dead. You're dead.
You see, the scariest part of that was though, I only had 1/3 level spell because I cast fly on myself to get out of the sinking pool. And so it was either cast fly, cast lightning bolt to kill this sucker, or save a revivify.
Mm.
Rough.
Please, we're never gonna die. We're amazing.
I
Can I
can't
get
tell
a
you.
timestamp of that?
I can't tell you
quote?
the effects that kept him alive, but I can tell you chewed through 450 hit points,
Nice.
not including
Yeah.
the 20 hit points he regenerated at the start of every turn.
Whoa.
We were pumping out some serious numbers. I think.
Maria took him
Yeah.
down like
Oh,
150 hit points in a turn. Like, goddamn. I was really hoping somebody would end up losing a limb, him or y'all.
Mhm.
I was actually super excited when Andor got that nat 20 on him. 'Cause I'm like,
know.
yes, he's gonna lose a leg. Fuck yeah, I was one away.
But sorry for the tangent. Meanwhile, Joey, yes, said that, and before you have a chance to react, the quick skittering of spider legs, and you feel arms wrap around you.
Oh, missed you, mate.
I'm very glad that my new friends are not dead.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not there too, and I'm glad to see you. Hold on, my headset unplugged.
Joey also went for a swim.
I did also go first.
That's true.
Wait,
never
what did you
mind
say?
that.
Sorry, I missed all of it.
No, he just said you look okay.
Yeah, I think I look.
What happened?
I look pretty okay, you know.
You see again the cheeks kind of flush purple for a moment. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah. Everyone else looks pretty terrible though, because I can like fly, so I was up in the air. I pissed right off. That thing turned like 80 feet tall. Turned into a big boar, and I was
80
like,
feet?
yeah, he's fucking massive.
You're going to have to tell me what happened. He says, like, wide eyes, both concerned and surprised.
How big did it actually get?
About 25 feet tall.
Yeah, 80 feet. Yeah, I mean, we got like sucked into the ground, right? And then there were like some like demons, and they were like, "Hey, y'all want to make a deal?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, not really. I'm kind of here to paint." And they're like, "Kill Asimov," and I'm like, "Oh, no!" And everyone else was like, "No." So they're like, "Oh, guess you gotta die." And then we started throwing punches, right? Maria went in there, the blade, and she was going for all kinds of flashy moves, right? Lots of damage. Then she like passed out, and I was like, "Oh shit, Maria! I thought you were a bit hardier than that."
Would you like a place to sit down and get more comfortable while you tell me the full story?
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
He just kind of scoots back and gestures to the burrow.
Okay. Is there like a box Joey can sit on?
Oh, I can get one. The inside isn't sticky though; it's just the outside. He just get the box, takes it into the burrow.
Perfect. Joey will take a seat. See, then Maria, she was taking all kinds of hit, and I was kind of like, "Oh, Maria, she's real solid, real independent lady. Like, she never really needs help." And as I'm thinking that, I see Maria go down, and she doesn't get back up, and I'm like, "Shit, Maria really needs my help." And then, like, oh yeah, Andor, same thing, right? I mean, poor skinny little twink boy got fucking obliterated, right? And they picked him up, held him over lava. There was lava, by the way. And like also these like vulture creatures that were like flying around, and they're throwing around barbs. But I mean, I'm real acrobatic, right? So I could feel that shit coming. I just dodged right on out of the way. Wish Andor could have done that while he was being, held above the lava, but it didn't happen. He got popped on right out of there by the other ginger red-headed lady, Mary. Yeah, right.
That is incredible. He says, just like staring at you as you tell the story.
Yeah, so there were all kinds of dangers. So I had to pick them up like 2 different times, I think, and went down once, and then Maria went down twice. I think Andor went down once, and I picked him right back on up. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Pip did. I didn't see him at all. He was scared.
Um,
Yeah, he did some like missiles, right, and then like vulture creatures went down. That was cool, but then he like ran away, and I'm like, I trust that Pip's not abandoning us. And then there was a huge explosion, so I think he didn't. I think that might have been him, maybe.
very impressive that you went through all that without a scratch on you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm built different.
You do still have a little bit of ash in your hair, though. When he kind of runs his hand along the side of your head.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Well, it's because it like he's a big monster, right? It had a whole bunch of eyes and like muscle and steam and like lava. Like yeah, it condensed on itself and then it fucking exploded. And I was right there, but I could just like do a little magic cone and I just kind of suck that energy in. And yeah, kind of. I didn't get it all, but I got like a bloody most of it.
Wow. He's just kind of staring at you.
Yeah. And then we teleported the fuck on out of there. People are like, it's been 2 days. I'm like, fucking hell, I was fighting for my life for like 5 minutes.
Huh. So, do you have plans for the evening aboard the ship?
uh, no, I'm not doing anything. I don't even need to rest.
I'm just wondering. It's been 2 days and I haven't shared your company.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? I got lots of free time.
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
All right, well, I I can teach you how to paint. We could like, well, I was gonna say we could read some books, but I don't have any like fun kind of books. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know how you feel about swimming because that's all I do. I swim.
I
I
I
paint.
can't really do that.
Yeah.
But we could paint. That sounds fun.
Yeah. I have to get my paints, but yeah. Are you
All
allowed
right.
to graffiti down here?
What?
Are you allowed to like paint the walls?
I don't think anyone would mind. I could ask the captain.
Alright, but the best kind of paintings are the ones you're not supposed to do in the places they're not allowed.
Okay, we could do that.
Alright, perfect.
That sounds like fun. I didn't get up to much mischief.
You can reach like really hard to reach places on this ship, right?
Pretty much everywhere.
Do you think you could paint somewhere like super like impossible for someone to get down?
Could. I'd have to do it when there's no one looking, though. But I could.
Alright, perfect.
You're so much fun.
Thanks, I'll try to be.
So as you two get up to your painting shenanigans, is anyone else doing anything the remainder of the day? The Blue Glory has made its way from port and begins to set off towards the more dangerous portion of the ocean.
What time is it?
Late mid-afternoon.
Okay. Um, Maria's gonna go off by herself and kind of like go to the like to the back of the boat,
Mhm.
and she's just gonna have her armor close, and she's going to cry softly to herself,
Aw.
and that's it.
Zappa's gonna go up to his crow's nest and then just like not necessarily in praying stance, but he just closes his eyes and just tells Pops everything that's going on, how these sins told him that there was a bigger reason why he was put into the games, and how he beat the one sin and he tried to send it home and it didn't work. Pretty much just all that.
You sit there and recount the events and try to make sense of it, though Pops' comforting voice doesn't come to you. Meanwhile, Maria, as you do get at the back of the ship and are kind of given a wide berth by crew members nearby, you do sense. Oh, music's gone. Keep going. Don't know why it stopped playing. But a sense of emotion comes over you. Not from yourself, but from that strange connection you have with the armor you wear. Normally it's one of anger, but and it's still anger actually, but also like a hint of satisfaction.
Mhm.
Almost as if it's happy that it got to see combat again. Though it's not painted as blatantly as that. It's more of a lightness that comes from your connection as you weep in the suit.
She's gonna whisper softly and just be like, "We're gonna get him next time, and I'll make sure that we finish the job."
There's a low grumble of agreements as the suit rattles slightly. As the ship sets off, you all do what you need to lick your wounds and relax. Oh, I'm sorry, Andor, was there anything you wanted to do?
He's probably just gonna get into bed and read the book that Joey gave him.
Okay.
How easy would it be to get like a quill and ink?
You guys can have some, yeah. It's easy enough to accomplish.
Perfect.
And
I would
sorry.
say that the only thing that Pip is really gonna do is go find Fluke Song.
Alright. Yeah.
Certainly
easy to do.
We don't necessarily need to have a conversation through it, but basically regale the battle, talk about how big the creature was, because, you know, gnome on gnome, we're small, big creature, of course. And then pretty much just see if he knows anything about the sins, and then continue on with Mage Hand practice.
He doesn't seem to know anything about them, but he's fascinated that you survived such an experience.
Sure, I'll be info with him.
He's more than happy to catch up on the days you missed in your absence.
That's it.
As the continuation, the first day of your journey back towards the Maelstrom draws to a close, that is where we're going to pick up next time. As you guys reach level 10.
Hey!
Let's go!
Let's
level up.
Do you want to go ahead and roll hit dice first?
Yeah.